Top of it, top of it, top of it. What's up with it? I see y'all up in here with a pimp early this morning, man. Yeah. I was just fucking around, man, and as y'all can see, I kind of got my little setup together, kind of cool. So I was like, "Fuck it, man. Let me test this shit out. You see what this shit do, man." I see y'all up in here. Yeah, man, it's gonna be a beautiful day. Once again. See what y'all got going on. Support the Prince, Goldie, Casanova. I see y'all. Cadillac J Just, K to the A, or K to the True BL. I see y'all. Cushion Hennessy. Yeah, man. Just chopping this good game this morning, man. As y'all can see, I done kind of like, upgraded my little setup just a little bit. I'm still learning. Trying to put a little bit more professionalism with the ism on this YouTube shit. I see it's 21 of y'all in here. 13 of y'all done wiped your feet off at the door with a pimp. Go ahead, put some of this love in my body, man. Let me see some of them splash emojis, man. Let me know y'all on key with a pimp, putting some of this love in your body. Yeah, man. Excuse my pimping. Yeah, man. I don't know what's going on around in y'all's part of the world, wherever y'all may be. But down here in the South Florida, man, I kind of got some my predictions as to the near future around here ain't really too great. I think because the governor down here, he lifted the holds because of, it was certain restrictions on businesses around here, whereas like they had like certain capacity limits, and they had to be closed at certain hours and things like that. But almost 2 weeks ago, like not the last Friday but the Friday before, the governor lifted the holds around here. So the strip clubs opened back up. But even though most of the strip clubs, they still not staying open during their normal hours before the coronavirus, but they back open, a lot of them. What else? Restaurants and things like that don't have the capacity limits like they did. But it's a trip though, because now I haven't been inside none of the strip clubs since they opened back up, right? But from what I'm hearing or what I was reading in the news, they supposed to have like some glass, some glass between the broads and the patrons of the club. So I don't know how that shit's supposed to work out, but I don't know, man. Like I said, I got some bad predictions as to the near future around here, because I think again it's gonna be just like last time, whereas because the clubs was closed up until the middle of June. Middle of June, they opened the clubs up around here again at that time, And that's when Florida became the worst state with this coronavirus shit. Florida became the worst state. So like after 2 weeks, they shut everything back down. And I don't know, man. I think it's probably gonna be a similar fate this go round. Unfortunately, I hope it don't be, but that's kind of what I'm predicting. But I don't know, man. I think the U.S. is too desperate to try to get shit back open, and they not really being as strategic as they could be and need to be in order to get everything back to normal. Motherfuckers just in a hurry to open shit back up and not taking the right precautions and having the right, shit in order, just taking the right measures. Casanova sipping on a gallon right now. Dig that. ATL wide open. San Diego Padre baseball pro got stabbed up at a strip club last week. Where'd that happen at? Yeah, they close at 12 up here. Where is that? Renardi. K to the. We don't even have nail salons open out here. K to the. Did you say you was in Sac? I think I seen you say something about Sacramento before. I know down there in LA County, I heard they just opened the nail places and they already talking about closing them back up pretty soon. But in LA County, they just opened the nail places probably about like, I think 2 weeks ago. Around the same time all the strip clubs and shit opened out here. Oh, okay. How are you keeping your girl safe during this? Really when you go out in the public, of course you do everything in your power to take the right measures to protect yourself, but people still getting infected. Motherfuckers is wearing masks every day and people are still getting infected, so everybody doing what they got to do around this motherfucker, and fortunately it been all good. Ain't nobody in my camp, none of my peoples have suffered from the coronavirus, but I got a young partner of mine, one of his peoples had got that shit. She done quarantined and recovered since then. It been like a little, I think it was like a month or two ago. But one of his people ended up infected with the shit, and she done recovered. Everything been cool. But yep, everybody just got to do their best. But Renardi say vote Donald Trump, baby. Democrats try to stop the game. Yeah, don't none of them. I don't know, man. It's like I don't know which one is the lesser of two evils between Trump and Biden, man. They both. I don't fuck with neither one of them. Cushion Hennessy, you around at LA, huh? Yeah, man. LA, that's the worst place with this whole coronavirus shit. I got to be extra careful around there. But see, I know out here, like, they probably doing it the same. A lot of other places, but out here, excuse me, they check your temperature when you go into a lot of places, like the gym, for instance. When I go to the gym, they check everybody's temperature at the gym. But not every gym do that shit though. I went to one gym one time because I got a gym around here that I normally go to. But one day I was in a different area, so I went to this other gym since I was in that area. And I was standing there, like, when I checked in, I was waiting for dude or somebody up there to take my temperature, and they didn't. They just let a motherfucker walk on through. So I don't know. I was kind of nervous about that shit. So that was my last time going to that motherfucker. I ain't been back to that gym since. I ain't normally in that area anyway, but I do go to that gym every so often though. But yeah, I'm cool. I ain't fucking with it. Motherfucker got to be careful, man. Yeah, I don't know if y'all seen the video where I spoke on it, man, but my mom's had COVID-19 early on. She had got it, like, I want to say that was like the end of March or beginning of April. It was like March 31st, April 1st, something like that. Well, she got her test results back. Excuse me. She got her test results back that day. I think it was like April 1st. She got her test results, and she quarantined until April 15th. But yeah, that shit did a number on Moms and kicked her ass. Fortunately, she made a full recovery, and she ain't got it didn't change, her normal routine or her system or anything like that. Fortunately, because Moms just turned 60 this year. Damn. Moms just turned 60 this year, so she right at that age, where, people was high risk. And she got like a lot of underlying health conditions already. So it was fortunate that she was able to recover from it the way she did. Because a lot of people ain't been so fortunate, man. Especially people up in age. But one thing Mom's got in her favor is that she don't smoke. Because that should attack the lungs, and for people that smoke, they obviously gonna be at a much higher risk. And Moms don't smoke, she don't drink. Well, she drink every once in a while, but she ain't really like a drinker like that. And she don't smoke at all. So that definitely helped her. My grandpa had it in excuse me, damn. My grandpa had it in Baltimore. He was in a nursing home. He good now though. That's what's up. Glad he good, man. Glad he recovered from that shit, man. That's a scary situation. Them nursing home situations, man. Like any type of place like that where you like, even though I hate to compare it to that, but it's like being in jail. You know what I mean? Or in prison, because you're around a bunch of other people and you can't really. It's like shit when you locked up, man. Like, how the fuck you supposed to quarantine? So what do you think about starting your own escort service? Hey man, if you uh if you got a plan and a vision for that shit, man, and you know what you're doing, shit, more power to you. I don't knock it at all. Shit, it's some cats that really checked it off of them services, man. Shit, Charm, rest in peace. Charm was killing them with that service shit for a minute, man, out there in that Vegas back in the day. Uh, some other cats that I know of too that really was doing their thing with that service shit. Now, normally, in recent years, I haven't heard anything too great about them services and shit. But this coronavirus shit done changed the dynamics of a lot of shit. You know what I mean? Some drastically bad, but then some certain things and changed drastically for the better. So, hey, right now, you never know. Right now might be a good time for the service shit. You know? Stay kings, man. Good looking on the subscription, you dig? Y'all can see I got my little setup a little bit more fancier, you dig? I got my Cash App banner at the bottom. I got the little things at the top. It's show obviously the super chats, the subscribers. I ain't got the members set up yet, so you ain't gonna see no members up there. But the donations, that's through PayPal. So yeah, man, we stepping it up a little bit around here, you dig? Yeah, Prince Charm, he was on it before a lot of people was. Yep, him and Stiffy out of Richmond. Stiffy was up on it back then too. Him and Charm, Stiffy and Charm kind of had it going on. If I have it correct, I want to say they roughly around the same time had their thing going on. Both of them checked it like a motherfucker out that shit though. They both checked it. K Tiller says, I'm a holistic therapist in CMT. Excuse me. And my business has been booming. I'm probably one of the only people whose business is through the roof because I work for myself, not a spa or anything. Yeah, like I say, it's a lot of people suffering. It's like, it already kind of been going that way in that direction for a while. But like with this whole shit right here, it really ain't no middle class now. It's like either you doing good or you fucked up. It kind of ain't no in between right now. It ain't really. It's either you doing real good or you doing real bad right now. It's a lot of people doing real bad right now. So if you doing good right now, that's a blessing. That's a beautiful thing. Because there's a lot of people suffering right now, man. It's a lot of people. Of course, Trump done he done pumped the brakes on the evictions right now until the end of the year. But prior to him doing that, a lot of people was getting evicted. A lot of people that lost their vehicles and lost all kind of shit. A lot of people ain't. It's still a lot of people right now that have not worked since March and February and all that old type of shit. So yeah. It's a blessing for people doing their thing right now. Yeah, Marco, hold on. Why is it okay, fuck it. Hold on. you go, Marco. Go ahead, call in, chop it with a pimp one time. Anybody else who want to call in, go ahead, feel free. What's up, Helena? Top of the morning. Wait, I know I don't have your account blocked. Or did it get blocked like from YouTube, period? They got you in YouTube jail or something? Top of it, what did it do?
Top of it, Freeze, is Lucky the P. I'm here with my boy Marco.
Oh, okay.
That's what happened, P.
What's that?
Me and Marcos, we on Crenshaw right now.
Okay.
We kicking it on. So I was leaving, right? Like about 2 hours ago, this nigga Marco was supposed to be somewhere.
Okay.
And he was in accident. He late for work. You know what I mean? I'm blowing him up.
Mm-hmm.
Sleep like a mother. So I sent a nigga a text message after the fifth time I'm calling. I'm like, man, wake your game up before you bust your name up. I go knock on his door at 1 in the morning and I get his ass in the car and I take him to work.
Yeah.
Manager or whatever.
Okay.
Get work picture with you. I'm like, alright nigga, I'm gonna see you in the morning. You did?
Right.
Man, the game wanted me to come back and you feel me, kick it with Marcos. My motherfucking Uber pulled off on me. And then I go on YouTube, I said, oh, this nigga Freeze talking about the same shit. I said, let me go back. Let me go back and you feel me, go back and see what Marco's doing, smoke some weed and listen to Freeze. Mm-hmm. But it was something I wanted to ask you personally.
Okay.
It was something in your music I had heard you say one time, and I felt it, and I thought I understood it, but I'm not sure. I wanted to, hear you talk about it without rapping.
Okay.
You said, can't nobody love a pimp but a pimp. Is that what you said? Something like that. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm trying to think.
You said, can't nobody love a pimp except maybe another pimp, or something like that I heard you say.
Yeah, I said, give yourself a round of applause if you know that nobody love a pimp. Damn, nobody except another pimp. Yeah, like basically letting it be known, like we the only ones really that love us. We might have people that pretend they do or do certain things that might be cool with us and for us and so on and so forth, but at the end of the day, man, we really the only ones that we really got love for is ourselves, because we really the only ones that can understand us and respect us, because not everybody respects us, and even less people understand us. So yeah, that's just the way I see it. We really the only ones that we don't nobody love a pimp but another pimp.
Yeah, I could dig what you're saying. I felt it. It's just kind of confusing because I know you talk about a lot of motherfuckers that call themselves this and they not this.
Right. Yeah, that's true. And it's crazy because I just got off the phone with my partner. Me and him chopped it up for a minute just earlier this morning, and we was talking about that, man. How it's not even like a generational thing, man. It's just the times that we in. Like, it's a lot of cats. Like, it's cats older that I know, that I've been knowing for a long time, man. It's like they never was weird before, but now they weird. Like, now they just doing weird shit, man. It's a trip, And I don't know. Yeah, and I don't know if motherfuckers is going through midlife crisis or what. Or I don't know. I don't know if social media got their head fucked up or what. I don't know. But it's we just in some weird times, man. So yeah, you know, it is a lot of cats that you know, I call them sheep in wolves clothing. You
Yeah.
know, they know the secret handshake and all of that, but
Yeah.
you know, they really don't have the heart of a pimp and the nature of a pimp. A lot of motherfuckers, you know. And then it's funny because I was chopping it with another pimp partner of mine earlier tonight, and you know, we was kind of, and it's funny because I didn't even take the conversation in that direction. He kind of took it in that direction, but you know, he was talking about the same thing, like myself and Casanova DeVille was talking about the other day about, you know, cats staying sharp and you know, in dress code and, you know, just carrying,
exceptional.
right, you know, and just carrying themselves accordingly, man. And
Yeah.
you know, it's rare, but at the end of the day, even if it's only a handful of us, shit, we really gonna be the only ones that love us.
Yeah.
So
And then I felt like it was like a double, right? Because I don't know about you personally, right? I didn't already. I told my grandma I'm pimping. I told my mama I'm pimping. You feel me? I didn't been through all that. But I kind of, you know, it's always that part of your family, your mama, that's like, baby, get out the game. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Get out the game. I don't know why you dealing, you know. And you hear that. I hear that so much from my family. I know they love me, but I know they don't love my pimping. You did what I'm saying?
right.
But I am the pimping.
Right.
So it's like they don't really love me. How a nigga be feeling, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And when I heard you say that part, man, I really felt it like that way. I just wanted to let you know that.
Oh, I feel you. Yeah, you know, when it comes to family, man, you know, it ain't that. I think it's just a matter of, you know, them not really understanding you. Like, it's a trip, man. It's funny, speaking of moms and grandma, right?
Yeah.
I got a funny little story. I remember one time I had my game with me and I went over to mom's crib, right? So she's like, baby, can you take the trash out for me? I said, yeah, mom, I got you. But before I could do it, my game jumped up and she went and just, I didn't even tell her, you know, she just,
Right.
that's just in her nature. That's just the way she is, you know what I mean? So, so she
My
jumped
mom
up.
said-
Yeah, she jumped up and took the trash out. So, of course, later on when it was just me and mom and the game wasn't around, she's like, boy, don't you ever do that in my house again. Coming in here with that pimp stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, Moms, I don't know what you talking about, Mom. I didn't. It ain't like I told her to do it. She's like, no, don't be having no women taking trash out around me. When you in my house, you don't be doing all that. You take the trash out. I was like, Mom, I ain't got no problem taking the trash out, but if she beat me to it, you know, I can't. But I just told her, you know, it's all right, Moms, I got you. I won't let it happen again. But yeah, it was funny though, man. Moms had me dying. She was like, "Don't be coming in my house with that pimp stuff."
Yeah, and can't nobody love a pimp but a pimp. Because if I would have started that, I would have said, "Okay, free."
right. Yeah, exactly.
I would have loved it.
Yeah. It was funny though. Moms had me dying. She be cracking me up. Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to top game with you real quick, man.
Oh, for sure, indeed.
I was showing Marcos your videos. You know, I've been listening to your shit for a long time. And
I
was showing
appreciate
Marcos
that.
my shit was on 1%. I'm like, go to free shit on your phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we talked in, man. We appreciate the good game.
Oh, for sure, Lucky. I appreciate you tapping in with a pimp.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For sure.
All right, have a good one.
All right, you too.
All right.
Yep. Yeah, I seen a few other people calling as well. You know, if y'all want to hit a pimp back, feel free. But K to the say, go ahead, Mom. Yeah, Mom's, she really wasn't feeling that. You know, I was just sitting on the couch chilling and, you know, the trash needed to be taken out. She was like, baby, can you get the trash? I was like, yeah, Moms, I got you. But before I could even, you know, my game, I couldn't even, she beat me to it. She was like, pew! That's just the way she is. She just trained to go. So yeah, Moms wasn't digging that though. Moms was not feeling that. Mom, she had it in her head like I made the girl do it or something, or like I didn't even tell her to do it, let alone make her do it. That's just how she is. She just jumped up and did it. Hey, what's the word? Top of the morning.
Freeze is it. What up? What up?
Oh man, some more of it, and not enough
Oh
of it.
man, it's Jay, man. Jay Shaw from Florida, man. Orlando.
Okay, dig it. Yeah, I see you with that 407 area code.
Oh man. Hey man, I just want to let you know over the airwaves and highlight to everybody that I appreciate your invaluable teachings on discipline, man. I think a lot of people miss that concept that you teach on, and how vital it is to survival and to success at anything in life, not just the game, because I'm not in the game. You know, I'm just a dude out here, you know, doing my thing, you know,
Right.
making it the legal way, but making it real big at that. But
Right.
it's like, that teaching on discipline, man, that you give is, I think, is priceless. And I think if a lot of people really understood that shit, they could really evolve and be better people. You know what I mean?
Dig that. I appreciate that, man, and that is the truth, man. You know,
You know?
yeah, that self discipline, man. It transcends through everything that you do in life. So, like you said, even whether a person is in the game or whatever it is that they're doing in life, man, that discipline will take you a whole long way. For sure.
Oh man, thanks, man. Yeah, discipline and self mastery.
Indeed.
Just knowing how to, hold yourself down under all situations, and knowing that, as long as you have that, you can make it through any situation. You know what I mean? You can't be
Indeed.
manipulated by shit, and you could always, turn a negative into a positive. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
Oh yeah,
Indeed. That's for sure.
definitely, man. That's all I wanted to say. I'm gonna hit that line up too.
For sure, Jay Shaw. Appreciate you, man. Good looking.
All right, man. Yeah,
Have a
peace.
blessed one. All right.
Mhm.
Yep. Yeah, I think somebody. Oh yeah. Yeah, who that was? Whose call I just missed. You can go ahead and hit me back if you want. Yeah, man. Okay. Top of it. What's the word?
What's happening, Craig? This is Silk, man.
Okay, Silk, what's popping with you, man?
Yeah, man, I'm calling from Dallas, Texas, man, but I'm from Lancaster, California, man. But I just had a situation,
Oh,
You know, I
okay.
had, I had to free, this little old female, you know what I'm saying? But she calling me back with a fee. But, I freed the bitch, you know what I'm saying? Because she was fucking with them drugs and shit, that's not something that I fuck with, you know what I'm saying? But even though she got the fee, should I accept her back? Or should I just wipe my feet with her? Because that's going to be an ongoing thing.
That's a loaded situation. I could easily say, oh nah, don't fuck with her, or or vice versa. But it's a lot more than meets the eye, obviously. So it's a lot to the situation that I don't know that you do know. You dig? But it depends. If it's the type of situation where she wants to get off the drugs and she's willing to apply the effort with your assistance, then that's one thing. But if she's in a frame of mind where she can't even imagine, she don't even see like no type of way where like basically she don't have that in her mind to beat the drug, beat the habit, then me myself, I most likely wouldn't oblige, you know. But whatever the case, you know, you wanna maintain integrity and stand on principles, you know,
Yeah,
because yeah, you know, I mean, you know, like I said, you know the situation better than I do, so
yes.
you know,
See,
go
it
ahead.
had start, it had started out, you know what I'm saying, when I first met her, she was like, you know, like doing that, but she quit when she first started messing with me, you know what I'm saying, but like, you know, she slowly started to drift that way, and I had to let her go. And you
Hmm.
know, she really started because she wasn't getting that much time too from me. Because you know, I'm trying to, you know, that was my only thing. So I'm campaigning, really trying to get at it, you know. And she not getting as much time no more, you know. And that's what she resulted to. You know what I'm saying? So you
Right,
know, so if she came back again, I'm still gonna be campaigning. So it's gonna be the same problem
right,
because I can't be waiting on her. You feel me?
right, right. Yeah, you know, and it's just so many
Variables.
yeah, and there's so many cons that come along with that with the drugs, man, because you know people don't understand. Not only is that individual destroying themselves physically as well as mentally and spiritually, but you know, there's just so many things that get compromised with that. You know, people when they got them habits, man, you know, and they're mastered by that and they a slave to that, just like, you know, Jay Shaw who just called, you know what I mean, right before
Yeah.
you was talking about self mastery, you know. Um, when somebody is a slave to them drugs, man, because that's essentially what it is, you know, it's no telling what they'll do, you know, because they're not in the right frame of mind,
Yeah.
and you know the things that they would normally care about, all of a sudden now they don't care about no more, you know, and it's a scary and dangerous situation, you know, because you never know how she might compromise your well-being. You never know how she might compromise your freedom, you
Yeah.
know. So you know, you don't want to be in no type of situation where you sitting in a jumpsuit eating some spicy bologna and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, like, man,
Just to have the dick.
right,
Yeah.
yeah, or just to have the money or whatever, you know. It's like you'll be better off on Skid Row. I mean, I would rather be on Skid Row than in a cardboard box than that or a tent or something than that
Yeah.
motherfucking county jail.
For real, though, on the cool, like real talk, to keep it 1,000, man. That was I was on 10 deep. I was only 10 toes deep, man. I had to let her go based on the principle. I'm really fucked up right now, but I'm on the track at a bitch though. You get what I'm saying? Because I know that's
Yeah.
what I gotta do. You get
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah. You just got to turn it up, man. Hey, and I love to hear that. You know, like, of course, not that you fucked up, but just the fact that you standing on principles, man. And you know, it's not enough of us who get praised and admired and appreciated for that. You know, it's so many cats in your position that would just like, you know, Jay Shaw, good looking with the $2 holler. You dig discipline. Thanks for the good game, indeed. But it's so many cats in your position, man, that would and that have, you know, like, damn, man, you know, I normally wouldn't take this bitch back, or I normally wouldn't accept this bitch's money, but you know, I'm fucked up right now. You know, I need it, so I'm gonna just, you know. But it's a beautiful thing that you stand down, man. And you know, I don't know if you got any partners around there that you really fuck with, man. That, you know, still sharpening your steel, and
Man,
vice
I'm from
versa.
Lancaster. Just in Dallas, man. Just at it, man.
Right. That's a beautiful thing, man. That's all right, man. That's all you really need, man. But you know, the main thing, man, you just want to stay sucker free, man. And if a motherfucker ain't equally yoked with you, man, in this game, man, then yeah, you best off by yourself anyway, man. But yeah, plus, you know, as we already know with this game, when you on the hunt, you know, oftentimes you do your best work when you alone. So yeah, you gonna be all right, man. And like I said, I just like that energy, man. You know, and it just reminded me of them times when I was you know, young and fresh in the game and going through the same shit, man. You know, these be the times where you knock the best bitch you ever had, man. these be the times, man, when you just be most fired up. You know, these be the times where you gonna be talking about this shit 20 years from now, man. Like, yeah, man, you know, I was around that motherfucking Dallas fucked up, man. It was all bad. You know, the bitch was on my line, man. You know, my stomach was touching my back. Bitch had the money for me, but I stayed down. I was like, nah, bitch, you know, you ain't rocking how I need you to rock, so no. And then, you know, the game blessed me, man, and I ended up getting chosen. Whoop, XYZ, you know what I mean? Happily ever after and all that shit, you know. Like, that's how the game go, man. The game gonna definitely bless you. It's inevitable. It ain't no other way around it, you know. The game gonna bless you for staying down like that, man. It's gonna bless you in a beautiful way, man. For real.
Yeah, man, I really appreciate that game, man. I'm finna go, you know what I'm saying, put some water in my body, man, and hit some more laps, man, and do my job around this motherfucker, man. I appreciate that inspiration, man.
Hey, Silk, man. Hey, best of blessings to you, man. And I really want to hear some good reports next time we chop it up, man, because it's gonna.
I be tapping in on your live, man. My name on there on YouTube is Saeed Mujahid, man. But I'll be tapping in with you. Hopefully, I can give you some good news in a few days, man.
Oh, for sure,
but
indeed.
I'm not going inside till I got beat.
Hey, man, that's the fuck I like to hear, man.
I'm not going inside till I have something.
Hey, man, yeah. Dig the fuck out of that.
Until I have something.
Say that shit right there, man. Yeah, that's that shit man. Motherfuckers don't know about, man.
I be listening to you and that nigga Sin talk about that Vegas, man. I'm not going inside because I gotta have something. For real, man.
You did.
Y'all be fired me up with this game. I put y'all get last on the track and get out of the bitch, man.
Man. Hey, I love that, man. You see, what you don't understand, man, you know, you don't understand how much of a blessing that is to me, man. That's music to my ears, man, hearing that type of shit, man. And nourishment to my soul, man, hearing that type of shit, man. Yeah, you know, you don't understand how much of a blessing you are to me, man, but I appreciate you, though, for real. Keep that same energy, pimp.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Oh, for sure. Up, man. For sure, you too. All right. Yeah, man. That's the type of shit. That's the type of shit I likes to hear. Yeah, Yeah, I missed the call. If you're still there and want to call in, feel free. Yeah, man. King Diamond, top of it. Perseverance is definitely key, indeed. Suppose the Prince say, Young Silk, let the bitch go, man. Yeah, man, you got to do that, man. Okay, KKKK. You can call back if you want. Cushion Hennessy, that's what he did. He in the South right now. He was just saying he from Lancaster, but he in Dallas right now. Hey, what the hell is that? I guess that was some bullshit, but okay. Top of the morning. Oh shit, hold on.
My phone, so since I had to call you, I can't like look in the chat to see if anyone's dragging me or anything. But I just wanted to call and tap in and say what's up. So like when I first got into the game, I was 17 and man, I wish I would have ran into somebody like you or Sin to like direct me in the right way, because the first night that I was out there, the first fucking client that I had, it was a fucking cop and I got locked up. And so the guy that I was working for didn't know I was underage. And so I'm like sitting in juvenile hall and I'm in LA, you know, I live in Sac, and so like they had to call my parents out here. It was like such a big mess. I was like, man, this game ain't be, right? I was so messed up, and I didn't know how to meet like other pimps. So I just did like my square shit for a long time.
Right.
And now I'm too old to be in that shit. I'm in my 30s now. That's a young girl's game. But
you sound like you make it sound like you a grandma, like you in a rocking chair, like you in a rocking chair crocheting together a sweater or something like that, like you making quilts and blankets around here or something.
I feel like that sometimes. I'm not even gonna lie, man. I'm like, I don't know. I do feel like a girl sometimes. I'll be like going to the mall and I'm like looking at these little ass girls. Maybe it's because of like the things that I've been through in my life that like my soul's just so much older because experience makes you evolve and grow into a completely different person. And so when you meet somebody or you see somebody that hasn't really been through anything, they seem so much younger than you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to thank you and Sin for like everything you do and educating these cats out here. Because from my experience alone, they definitely need it.
It's all good. I appreciate it, but you got to stay. You can't allow yourself to get rigid, and I ain't saying that just for the sake of the game. I'm just saying that for your sake, period. And anybody that you encounter, you got to stay. You gotta maintain a youthful soul as best you can. Honestly,
I don't think I've ever had that. I was born an OG.
Well, see, but you gotta sometimes learn how to tap into that because like I'm the same way, right? Like my mom always she told me that since I was a kid, that I've been here before, that I'm an old soul, and I remind her of my grandfather, her dad, and all this, that, and the third, but I do my best, and I catch myself sometimes feeling like an old man, like doing and thinking like old shit, but I do my best to, like I say, maintain a youthful spirit and just keep in mind like when I was 20 years old, what somebody my age back then was saying about me back then, and the generation before that and the generation before that, it's history repeating itself. So like I said, I do my best. Of course, I don't move in an immature fashion. But I'm talking about as far as just the spirit, just maintaining a youthful spirit and being able to, and enjoy certain things. When I talk to young people, it's kind of nostalgic a lot of times because when they say certain things, and sometimes not even when they say certain things, but like just their perspective, how they see things and how they react to certain things, it really is a blessing to me. It helps me, tap into that youthful spirit even that much more. So, I say all of that to say, Grandma, don't be in a hurry to get too old, shit.
Yeah, on a more spiritual tip, you said that your mom said that you remind her a lot of her father.
Right.
Did he pass away before you were born?
I was real little. I was probably like 4 or 5 years old. I got like a handful of very vague memories of him from when I was really, really little.
Okay.
But like I remember him coming to because we stayed in the projects. I remember him coming to the projects to visit us, times before, because it's a trip like him. So like I said, that's my mother's father, so my maternal grandfather. Okay, now it's a trip because him and my grandmother, which was his wife, my mom's mom, her father and her husband kind of lightweight grew up together. Her father was like a few years older than my grandfather, which he's my great grandfather, but they were like close in age. So back then they both used to come to our house. I remember both of them coming through. So but nah, I didn't I was too young to like really get to know him. or anything like that. That's why.
I was asking because, so like I would consider myself a theosophist. Like I've studied different types of theologies like my entire life. And in Eastern tradition, specifically Buddhism, they believe that your spirit has 49 days to like cycle into like its next being, because they believe in reincarnation. So you should ask your mom if she like asked your father to come back in some way, and maybe like he was like his soul was put back into your body or something. Because I mean, these traditions have been around for thousands of years, and they really believe that. So it's just a concept that I constantly think about.
I dig it. I know I look just like him. Cause my mom looks just like him, and I look just like her. So we all three of us look just alike.
That's what's up. I'm really glad that you're close with your family like that, and that you have that like openness with your mom. I think that's super dope. My dad and I are the same way. Like he's the one that actually came and picked me up from juvenile hall in LA when I fucking got publicity, and like. This was a fucking G though. So, my parents are like upper middle class white people. Like my mom doesn't even cuss. Like we couldn't be more different. I'm like that black sheep of the family. But my dad's so G with it. When he came to pick me up, he didn't even ask me any questions. Like he didn't yell at me or anything. Like he even took me to my favorite restaurant on the way home. Like that sound kind of like.
That kind of remind me of my pops. I mean, he was stern as a motherfucker, but he was cool as a motherfucker too. My pops. Yeah. That's that like him and my mom's, they both my best friends in different ways,
Yeah. I remember one time, so I went to prison in 2011, and then I did like way too many violations. I don't even want to admit how many violations I did, but one time the police came to my parents' house to come pick me up, and my dad's like, do you even know what she's wanted for? And the police are like, no, it just says that she's got a warrant out for her arrest. He just slams the door in their face. Like, that's gangster shit. You don't see fucking white people in the suburbs doing that shit.
Right.
So I must have come from a different breed.
That's what's up that your pops fuck with you like that. I remember it was an open investigation on me and my partners. I don't know if I did a live called My Life Before the Game, right? And before the game, I was into like white collar crime and shit, and back then me and my partners, one of them, they both cousins, and one of them worked for Sprint. And when he was working for Sprint, he found out how to like milk their system so we could get money. So we were getting Sprint phones in mass quantities and selling them, right? So like I said, they had an open investigation on us, and one day, because we used to get our phones delivered to P.O. boxes and mailboxes, so we had different drops around the city that we would go pick up from. So on this particular day, we were supposed to go get a bunch of phones together, but for some odd reason, they went without me. They were supposed to come pick me up, and they never did come pick me up, so they just went on their own. But it played out in my favor at least on that day, because when they went to that mailbox to get the delivery, the people was there waiting for them. So when this happened, later that evening, because like I said, I never heard from them, so I got in traffic, did my own thing throughout the day, and later that evening I was at my apartment. I had a apartment by myself down by the beach in Long Beach, where we are from. So I'm sitting there laying at the crib, and I get a call from one of them, my boy Stacy, and he on three-way with his baby mama. And Stacy, that's my nigga. He always had. It's funny because he not the pimpin'. He a full-blown square, but he got lingo kind of like the pimpin', in certain types of ways. But his voice is funny as hell. Like he got a real unique voice, and he talk funny as hell. So This nigga, I get on the phone, and he like freeze, and I'm like, "What's up, bro?" He like, "Yeah, man, the shindiggle is up, man. You know what I mean?" And I'm like, "What you mean?" He like, "Yeah, like you don't want to be at the crib right now." He like, "Me and Smooth in jail right now." I said, "Oh shit, say less." And I got up and jumped in the ride and smashed off, but I had all kind of incriminating shit inside the crib, and my pops I had gave him an extra key to my apartment, and he stayed probably like 15 minutes away. So I hit him up, and I'm like, "Man, Dad, I'm scared to go home, man. My boys just got locked up." Woo, woo, woo. I didn't even like really explain. Before I could even break everything down, he was like, "What you need me to do?" And I was like, "Man, I got this, that, and the third at the house, man. You know it ain't cool." So he went over there and cleaned all that shit out for me. Like he went to the crib. Yeah. Pops went to the crib. He dropped what he was doing. He went immediately as soon as we got off the phone. He went over there and cleaned out all my shit and made sure, anything that could have made the situation worse. Yeah, he went over there and got all that shit up out of there. So.
Dude, same shit. I got in a car accident, and I was behind the wheel drinking. That's one of the reasons I went to prison for. But when my car got impounded, my dad went and cleaned out my car just in case there was anything in it. And yeah, dude, our fucking dads are gangster like that. That's tight as fuck.
Yeah, my pops, he a G like that. Hold on, I need to plug this laptop up because it's getting ready to die. On him. Hold up. Got to stay connected. All right, I'm back with you. But yeah, that's what's up though. That's some solid shit. That's cool.
So like, how old is like the oldest woman that you've ever had in the game that was working for you?
Let's see. 35.
Okay. How is she doing in the game? Because I know like it seems like clients seem to go for like younger women most of the time. But I feel like there would be like a lot of people looking for like a more mature woman that knows what she's doing, that actually knows what she's doing, and that can hold a conversation and talk about secular subjects, things like that. So is there like, do people even go for older women like that?
People go for whatever you want them to go for if you believe in yourself enough to convince them to go for it. It's all about game. It's like I don't know if you follow basketball like that, right? But Michael Jordan, the first time he retired, he was retired for like a season and a half, right, or something like that. And when he came back to the game, he was a little bit older. He wasn't as athletically inclined as he was. He was still, in good shape, but he was a little bit older. He wasn't able to jump like he used to jump before, so on and so forth, right? So, in that case, that's where his intelligence had to pick up, where his physical slacked off a little bit. His basketball IQ had to step up, basically. And nonetheless, he was still just as effective because just like before he retired, he won 3 championships in a row. When he came back, he won 3 championships in a row. But he basically just applied more game, than he always, his basketball IQ was always up there, but it just intensified that much more where his physical ability slacked off. So, but I say all that to say, it's really about applying game.
Keeping your game tight, keeping your body tight, keeping your mentality on point. Yep.
All of that, but the main thing, the biggest determining factor is that confidence. Because even a young girl, right, You can have a girl that's 20, 21, however, you know, just a young girl. And, you know, I can give her all the game in the world. But if she doesn't have the confidence that it takes to exercise this game to the fullest capacity, then, you know, she's only gonna get so far. You know, the game is gonna help her, the game is gonna be a blessing to her, but if she doesn't believe that she's capable of certain things, then the game will only take her so far. On the flip side of that coin, I've had certain girls that, you know, were kind of like for instance, take the 35-year-old that I'm talking about at that time. You know, she was the type, you know, she was kind of set in her ways. You know, of course, she was older and had been in the game a long time, and she, you know, she kind of, in a lot of ways, felt like she, you know, knew everything. She just liked me, but she really didn't want to. She didn't really want to learn from me like that, you know.
Yeah.
But she liked me and respected me, but she didn't really. Her mind wasn't open to receive the game that I had for her, right? But so I mean, she had some game herself, but she could have received a whole lot more game from me if her mind was open, right? I had a whole lot of game that I could have gave her, but it didn't work out that way, right? But
Message.
that phone always be going off at the right time. But anyway, she was like overtly confident about herself, you know, and she used to make certain things happen, and I know that it was more so because of her confidence, her belief in herself, than it was about what she knew. She knew certain things for sure, but I think her confidence took her a lot further than her game did, you know. And I've had a few like that, and then I can think of one in particular that comes to mind that, you know, she was younger, she was in her 20s, but she was the type that when she came to me, she was kind of similar in that regard. Like, she had some game already prior to me, but she was like extremely confident in herself, right? But the difference with her is that she had an open mind, and she wanted to receive the game that I had to give her. So when I did lace her, she was a monster, you know, because she already had the confidence. And it's like when you couple the confidence with that game, it's off the chain. So it's really a matter of belief in yourself, you know. Really, at the end of the day, you're only as old as you feel. That's why I say you gotta maintain that youthful spirit, you know, because it's a lot of young old motherfuckers running around too, you know, just like we was talking about just a minute ago with them drugs and all that type of shit, you know. Yeah. A lot of these young girls is 50 years old right now, but they really 25, you know. but they feel old, they move old, they rigid as a motherfucker, you know, because, you know, they don't take care of themselves. So
well, my birthday just passed on the 1st, and like I had posted on social media somewhere, I'm like, man, I don't know if it's like having kids that ages you or what, because like I'm looking at myself at this certain age, and I'm looking at people that I went to high school with, and I swear they look so much older than me, and they're all married with kids, and I'm single with no kids, just like me, just fucking living life, fucking still looking good, and like, you know, like I said, I'm a CMT and holistic therapist, and so whenever like my clients ask me my age, I would be like, you know, guess, or I'll just tell them like 27 or something, and they take it. I'm like, sure, I'll take that. I'm in my 30s now. I'll take 27.
Right.
So I know I'm doing something right. I'm drinking my water.
Indeed.
Like Reese tells me to.
Hell yeah, it's funny because I think the same thing. Like, I see certain people I went to high school with, and they look like they could be my mom or my dad.
It's sad, dude. I mean, these are girls that I used to cheerlead with, you know, that were like 10s at one point. And now I see them, they're like overweight, just like hella sloppy. I'm like, dude, we're too young to let ourselves go. Like, I get we're getting a little bit older, but man, it's way too early to give up right now.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll find themselves again.
Yeah. Yeah. You just
Anyhow, I'm sure other people are trying to call in, so I'll get back to the chat. Hopefully they weren't too hard on me.
It's all good. I don't think they was too hard on you at all. But I appreciate you calling in.
For sure. It was good talking to you, Breeze.
All right. Likewise. You have a great day.
You too.
All
Peace.
right. Peace. Yeah, that was all right. Go ahead, hit me with them splash emojis, man. If you sipping this love with me on this beautiful Thursday morning. You dig? Yeah, man. But yeah, like I say, man, you got to maintain a youthful spirit. Oh shit. Whoever that was just called. I don't know why. I don't know if you hung up, but before I could even answer the call, I missed it. So I was gonna answer. If you wanna talk, you can call back and I'll try to catch it again. But yeah, you know, I turned, like I said, like I tell y'all all the time, man. You know, God just blessed me to be that way. I turned 21 last year, and this month I'll be 21 again. You know. Hey, what it do?
Freeze, what's poppin', man?
Oh man, you know, some more of it and not enough of it. You dig?
As it always is. Man, alright, so check this out, man. I got a homeboy, and his chick is always out of pocket, man.
Okay.
And I say what?
No, I'm listening.
You know, she always out of pocket, whether she in my face, you know, too much, or paying me some compliments in front of my homies, her man. So today we having a conversation, man. She was on some over physical shit. Kind of touched me while we have a conversation, and it made me feel uncomfortable because I know what it is when I can change the room. I can change the energy in the room when I come in. So I kind of tap it down a little bit. Now, I understand that everybody don't handle their stable the same way. They don't handle their bitch management skills is on different levels, or they accept different things. That I might just say, hey, nah, this ain't popping. So today, I told him, I said, man, look, I don't want to be in the room with your girl alone. So I feel like my nigga was kind of on some weirdo shit, like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, nah, it's all good, everything's straight. And man, so he came outside. Me and her, I was leaving their crib, and he came outside, man, and said, dude, come look at Mark's car, look at the whip. And I'm like feeling uncomfortable because he's trying to put me up on some kind of pedestal in front of her.
Right.
And he went in the crib, bruh, and left me and her outside. And now she bad, she cool.
Yeah.
But I ain't fucking with the homie girl like that.
Right.
Now how should I even approach the situation in this? Because I ain't in no danger of me actually smashing the chick or whatever. But I don't want it to be no weirdo shit. And I feel like nigga might be on some kind of wife swap shit or whatever. So you gotta know these niggas got hot.
Right.
You gotta know.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
What you say about it?
I don't know. It kind of sounds like it could be a situation where, you know, he's underestimating it. I think that's kind of what it sounds like. It sounds like he underestimated what's going on, and but I don't know. You might have to impress it upon him that much more. You know, you've already addressed it with him once before, but you might have to just impress it upon him, you know, that much more. Like, look, man, you know, just break it down to him in further detail.
You know what I'm saying?
Wait, what'd you say?
Nah, you know what I feel like is he got it. He know. She wanted them to kind of run the pants in the household, and I feel like she making the play to kind of sun this nigga in front of me. You know what I'm saying? Always talk about my style. Always talk about, yeah, I like this, what he got, woo woo woo, and I'm like, do you make a comment on how another nigga run his house? And I'm talking off the square shit, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, you got another P like, hey P, you know what I'm saying? Your bitch is out of pocket, nigga. With that. Well, how you handle that, man?
Yeah, I mean, I probably would address it with him. Of course, not in front of her, but yeah, definitely would. You know, pull his coattail. Like, look, man, you know, not because in that case, you know, like how you say she be complimenting you and all of that. You know, that's a situation where not only is she out of pocket, but it's like it's kind of like disrespectful to him. You know, it's like it's like she undermining his manhood. You know, but see, just to be all the way real though, like you made a key point when you said she wear the pants in the household. You know, like everything kind of like the full picture came together when you pointed that out. You know, and it says a whole lot about you really said a mouthful, man. It says a whole lot about him. You know, and he might be one of them type of dudes that just like he feels so lucky to have her that he just kind of like go for whatever because, you know, he just one of them type of dudes. He one of them type that, you know, he ain't gonna stand his ground. He probably scared to tell her like, look, baby, I don't like the way you carry yourself when my partner around. Like, he probably ain't one of them type of dudes because he in his mind, if he address it like that to her, it's gonna rock the boat, you know. So
I feel you.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause she did get one time. We was in front of his mama. We was all at a spot, and I know him. I know her and the mama don't necessarily get along.
right,
But this is what I say about you can't be a kept nigga. You know what I'm saying?
right.
She made more bread than you. You got to turn that around by the respect or whatever the situation is.
Yeah,
Because mama ain't feeling that shit.
yeah,
And I'm like, you know, I done known my nigga for years, but since he got with this chick, this nigga done lost his nut. And I'm
Right.
like, if it ain't me, I know it's gonna be some other niggas in the squad that's actually taking this little bad little bitch, you know what I'm saying, from up under him.
yeah,
And, you know, I don't like seeing that shit, so I just kind of remove myself from the situation as quickly as possible.
right,
When it comes down to that shit.
Right.
But I feel like he wouldn't even be receptive to what the fuck I'm saying. Like, hey,
yeah, because it sounds like she just got his nose wide open like a patio door. You know what I mean? And
my niggas.
yeah, it's sad, man, because, you know, I've known so many of them type of dudes, man, some of whom I love dearly, man, and it's like they just gonna be who they is, man. They gonna be who they is, man. It ain't really much you could do.
So my question to you, like, and I'm gonna just take it to the lifestyle. When you how does a P handle that? You know what I'm saying? If a B got if a B bitch is out of pocket, you know what I'm saying? How does he handle that with the bitch?
See, like for instance, right? Like I know a scenario kind of similar to that, right?
Okay,
My partner had this broad. It wasn't like she was showing interest to me, because she wasn't at all. She actually, would talk bad about me to him. You know what I mean? And he was kind of like in a tight spot at the time. See me, I'm one of them type of guys that I don't expect everybody to be how I am and move how I move, so on and so forth. Because me, I'm one of them type of dudes. I'm a star before I allow a bitch to disrespect me or any other man or pimping, period. Man that I got respect for, or the pimping or anything. I just ain't going for no disrespect, no matter what. Even if I gotta suffer behind, standing on my shit. But this particular situation, like I said, the broad, she would like talk bad to him about me, and she would like get disrespectful with him too. And sometimes he would like check the shit, but he wouldn't check it the way he want to, because I know him, like, and if he was in position, if he was on, and he didn't like really necessarily like have to depend on this bitch, he'd have been, took her to the barbershop and gave her that fresh lineup, you know what I mean? But he kind of was like, not putting his foot all the way on the gas. So one day, the bitch, she kind of like was carrying herself a certain type of way. Like she had this attitude, man. And I didn't like the way she was, getting at him. So I just chopped the bitch up right in front of him. And he respected it though, because, he like, it was like he felt like I did. I don't know. It was one of them type of things where, I guess it was better in that moment coming from me than from him. You know what I mean? And it kind of had like a positive effect, temporarily, because she didn't stick around too much longer. And it wasn't because of me. She just, she just wasn't solid like that. But, he really appreciated that, But that was one of the moments, man, where I just couldn't tolerate the disrespect, man. I wasn't feeling it. And I just, I chopped her, I cut her up so motherfucking cold, to where she had to respect me and him, because she was like undermining the both of our pimping, So
right.
Yeah, that was one of them type of situations, But he was different than what you describing your partner to be. At least to me, it seems like, of course, you know him better than I do, and I know my partner better than you do, of course. But in my partner's situation, it was kind of like, like he needed the bitch, that was like kind of his lifeline at the time. So that's why he was kind of like, easing past certain shit, because if he was in a better position, he'd have been cut her off, or he'd have been, took different disciplinary actions and so on and so forth. But with your partner, it sound like like that's just the type of dude he is, And
it might be his MO, you know what I'm saying? I know he out here having bitches like that, and
yeah.
I feel like he got caught up in something, and this is part of her punishment to this nigga, or whatever. But he going through purgatory, fucking with the bitch. But the fact of the matter is, look, I just can't stand by and even see a nigga being disrespected like that, and you my partner, because that's not. It's hard for, because I like to address shit. Which
right,
I'm trying
right.
to address with him already. But I already know when you get a motherfucker like that, let's just say this nigga is oblivious, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to tune this nigga in, and he be thinking about, or the bitch he get it to bitch like, hey man, what's going on with this? You know, and then she try to put it on me like I'm getting at her or some old crazy shit like that. And so at that point, you know what I'm saying? Because they be doing slick shit and shit. And I'm going to tell you, man, I ain't going to front. The broad is the catch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Low-key, I ain't going to say a celebrity, but she a daughter of a very well-known celebrity.
Okay.
And so she a princess. And so he thinks, you know what I'm saying, that the bitch is a catch, but she don't respect her. And that goes about as gotta have respect. I don't give a fuck what you got.
Right.
But you know, I feel like there's if we just taking it back to the game again, like do you comment on how another man runs his household, or you just let that motherfucking shit apply? And does that affect your relationship with this other dude?
Nah, well, you know, me myself, you know, I don't allow it to affect my relationship with that dude. You know, of course, I'm gonna do my best to advise him, you know, as best I can on how to tighten up. But at the end of the day, he gonna do what he do. But now, you know, if it's a situation where the broad getting out of pocket with me, see, the pimping is a little bit different. I mean, well, I don't know. I'm gonna speak for myself and say I'm a little bit different, man. Because if it's getting too out of hand, you know, I'm a check the broad myself. You know, probably when he's not right there, you know, because he might not be able to stomach me checking her. If he see that situation that you talking about, like you just reaffirmed it that much more, like her being somebody with a certain type of, you know, notoriety and all that type of shit, man. It, like I said already, and it's just, you know, another nail in the coffin as far as him feeling like he's lucky to have her. You know, that's what it feel like. It feel like in his mind he don't even think he deserved the bitch. You know what I mean? Like he don't even feel like he belonged with her, and he just riding it out as best he can. You know what I mean? Until the wave is over with, and you know he just making the most of it while he can. You know, but I feel your position at the same time. You know, because you don't. On one hand, you don't want to disrespect him or offend him in any kind of way, but on the other hand, it's like you uncomfortable just watching this broad move the way that she moved, and then, you know, she's showing interest in you and out of pocket with you, so to speak, and all that type of shit. You know, I already know your position, but
that's the shit I'm on. I mean, I let another nigga have it, because I can already tell the spirit of the bitch that she belongs to the street.
Right,
you know?
right.
But it's just difficult, and it does affect my relationship, because I don't even want to be around. I don't want to know one of my homeboys gets down talked to by his bitch. You feel what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Like, I know what happens in your household.
Right.
You know. But you know, my question was just basically, you know, does a you know, comment on another or another man's house, or he just let that motherfucker go down in flames?
Yeah, at the end of the day, you know, at least me, I'm gonna let it self-destruct, you know. But at the same time, if it ain't self-destructing right away, and it's like I done already addressed it to him, like, Pete, man, you know, I'm real uncomfortable around this type of shit, man. You know, some got to give, and don't nothing give, and he just letting it continue. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm a most likely just let it self-destruct. You know, I might even give it a little push to help that motherfucker self-destruct. You know what I mean? Since he ain't gonna do nothing about it, shit. You know.
Yeah. Alright, I feel you, man. I feel you.
Yeah, I know it's like a sticky situation, man. It's like, shit. That's probably really what I would do, is just let that shit self-destruct, man. Because, yeah, it's.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the broad, I'm gonna tell you, man, the broad, like, she like, yo, she love my girl. I think the bitch trying to fuck both me and my girl or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, you know, we need to go out on a double date, and we need to kick it. Woo, woo, woo. And I'm like, man, listen, you shouldn't be having this much conversation with nobody. My chick ain't be having this conversation with another nigga. You feel
Right.
It's so many things, and I try to tell, like I hollered at my pops. My pops was like, hey man, look, everybody don't run their household like you run their household. And he was the one that told me, he said, man, the bitch may be trying to put you in the frog. And I was like, nigga, I ain't trying to be a snap shit, but you know what I'm saying, bitch come around rubbing my dick or something, man, look, I ain't he might catch it a little something, you know. Because you can look in the bitch's eyes, man, and you can see that action that they giving at you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And at this point, I'm trying to stay as far away from it as possible. But my boy, like I told you, this nigga was like, hey man, nah, it's all good, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't no big
See, I know the temptation is there like a motherfucker, but see the way the pimping go, you know what I mean? We got a philosophy that, you know, either I'm gonna fuck with you or I'm gonna fuck with the bitch, but I ain't gonna try to fuck with both of y'all. You know what I mean? So
Gotcha.
So, you know, a pimp gonna stay solid with his partner. And then too, like I done had situations like that where I wouldn't even try to have, you know, even if it's a situation where like he ain't got the bitch no more, he used to fuck with her, like certain individuals, I know they ain't gonna be able to stomach seeing the bitch with me now, so I wouldn't even do it because I know it's gonna break their heart, man. Even motherfuckers is supposed to be the pimping. Like it's a partner of mine, man, that had this bitch, and he used to get like big hunks and chunks out this bitch, man. Like he used to really, really check it out this bitch for a long time, right? So, you know, after you know a while after he didn't have a bitch no more, you know, she and I was in the same town, and you know, we would see each other down every night, and she would just like give me the cold stare down, you know what I mean? Like whenever we would see each other, even at times like she'll be walking with a trick, but have her eyes on me the entire time until we out of each other's sight, you know, and just doing little shit. Like I remember one time, me and my partner, we in the casino chopping it up. We standing next to each other. Me and him, we standing like a foot and a half away from each other. We like shoulder to shoulder damn near, right? But behind us is an ATM machine. Now, you know casinos got the motherfucking ATM machines all over the place, right? This out-of-pocket ass, loose ass bitch, she got, you know, the little voucher that you get from the slot machine. She come between us like, excuse me, all loud and like flamboyant and shit, you know what I mean? Walking between me and the pimpin'. You know, she know exactly who the fuck I am because me and her folks used to be together all the time when she was with him, you know. And then the other cat, you know, he's a well-known pimp too, so she know who both of us is. But the bitch, like, instead of going to another ATM machine in the casino, she gonna squeeze. Like, that's what she had to do to get between us. She could even with that same machine, she could have went around us. She squeezed in between us. You know what I mean? Trying to get somebody to sweat her. But like I said, even though it had been a long time since she had been with my partner, I just know the type of individual he is. And I know that, you know, he gonna try to act cool, but I know how he gonna feel deep down inside about it. So, you know, I just refrain, man. I never even tried to have a bitch, never sweated her, never popped one pee at her or nothing. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you know, they not around no more, but me and him was still fucking with each other. So, you know, that's how the pimpin' always see it. You know, when the bitch gone, we always gonna be here to hold each other down. You know what I mean? Like it's certain pimp partners that I got still to this day that we was cool 10 years ago. But the bitches that we had 10 years ago, they not here. You know what I mean? A whole bunch of bitches then came and went between that time. And, you know, it's different bitches in the picture now. But, you know, we still fucking with each other though, you know. So that's how the pimpin' look at it. But yeah, with that bitch, man, like I said, I would just let that shit self-destruct, man.
Yeah, okay. Hey, what is it like? So Sinful was talking something about y'all trade bitches back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Like a bitch blow up on you, and then and she chews up with him, and blah blah blah. How does that type of shit work? Is that only with a nigga that can take that punishment?
No,
you know
we'll see. It's a different. Well, see, like I said, it's only select few people that I like with that situation I just described. That story I just told. Like, it's only like a handful, not even a handful, just a very few motherfuckers that I handle a situation like that with, right? But you know, anybody else, you know, it's different. Like, it's a difference between, you know, me sweating the bitch and the bitch choosing me. You know, if the bitch is choosing me, then, you know, it's a totally different thing. You know, same thing like for instance, right? You know, Sin, you already know Sin, my bro, love bro to death. But you know, he's not gonna sweat a broad of mine. And most likely, even if a broad of mine, just knowing Sinful personally, most likely, even if a broad of mine was trying to choose him, he's not going to accept her because of how tight he and I are. But the way I am, the way I'm built, and the way I see this game, if a broad of mine was trying to choose him, I wouldn't have no problem with it, you know? And even if he accepted it and she chose him, like me, I'm not gonna have no problem with it. Like, I don't know, I just ain't never been into, you know, magnifying the bitch like that and making her so big that she's, you know, something that could come between me and the pimpin'. Like, I ain't never seen nobody like that. But you know, you got cats that do allow that to happen. But me, I've just never been so attached to a broad. You know, don't get me wrong, there's certain hoes that I done loved dearly, but I've never allowed that love to just like, you know, interfere with me, you know, the spiritual connection I got with the game, man. You know, I'm just so in tune with this game that, you know, I don't take shit like that personal. So, like I said, it's a difference between, you know, me getting at the broad or the broad trying to choose me. You know, now
would you break on? Hey, would you break on your homeboy's bitch? You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily choosing, not necessarily she ain't choosing, but if she out of pocket to the point you can break on her, would you break on her?
It depends. You know, it depends. You know, like whatever happens though, I'm gonna let Pimpin' know. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I might break on the bitch and then hit him and be like, P, how you want to handle this? You know what I mean? But yeah, in most cases, yeah, I'm gonna break on the bitch. Yeah.
Okay.
In most cases, I'm gonna break on the bitch. You know what I mean? And but like I said, however it go, I'm gonna let Pimpin' know immediately. You know?
Yeah, but okay. So when you say all right, hey, look, I'm gonna break on the bitch, and you ask him how you want to handle it, I mean, what's the rules of the game?
No, I'm saying after the breaking. You know what I mean? Like if it's something that's like in the moment, yeah, I'm a breaker. I'm a break on her. But when I say, you know, how you want to handle it, you know, it's like, you know, are you, you know, because see the pimpin', man, you know, we be you know, pimpin' be crafty, man, and it's like, you know, we be having different ways on how to teach hoes lessons and shit like that, you know what I mean? So when I say how you want to handle it, man, he might want to teach her a lesson, you know, in some type of way. and you know I might help him teach her the lesson, you know, and it's a number of ways that could go. So that's what I mean by, you know, how you want to handle this. But either way it go, you know, shit, I might bust the trap down the middle with him and give him half or however, you know what I mean. But even
That's what I was.
yeah. I might do it like that too. But even beyond that, you know, like how you want to handle it, man. We might teach this bitch a lesson some type of way. Like, you out of pocket, bitch. You know what I mean? Like, you playing with the game. You know, shit. You know what you trying to do, ho? You know. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
For sure, man. With that, I appreciate the game, bro. You know,
Oh, indeed,
I'll be
man.
back.
For sure, indeed. It was a pleasure, bro.
All right, man. Peace.
All right, peace. Cushion Hennessy, good looking with the $2 holla. A shot for everybody in here. Dig that. Yeah, man. Yeah, that was an interesting conversation, man. Man, it sound like the little broad that his partner got, man, is just she sound like she too much for him. So like I said, hopefully that situation self-destruct sooner than later. Supposed to Prince, you a fool. Get the bitch and do some hanky panky. Yeah, you know, in the square world, it's, you know, it's a little different. But nah, to be real, man, as far as dealings with your partner's broad, it really ain't much different. Hold on, let me see. Okay, it's on time. Reading these comments. Aaron Potter, God bless. Not the waves get you dizzy, good looking. Jay Shaw say, how can I link up with Freeze? Interviewing all trees on me. Hey man, you know, I'm old school in that sense, man. You know, I believe if it's meant to be, it'll be. You'll be surprised where you run into Freeze at though, you know, because I be in traffic like a crossing guard, man. You know, really moving around with this game, man. I could be anywhere at any time, man. So, you know, if the moon and stars and planets and all of that align that way for it to happen, then it just happened, you know. But that's kind of the problem with the internet, man. You know, people don't allow things to happen naturally anymore, man. So like I said, you know, you be surprised, man, because I be through that Orlando, man. I be moving around, so yeah, I like you know, things that happen organically, man. Let me me see, man. Hold on. Let me see. Let a pimp see, man. Okay, it's 97 people in the building. 98 people in the building. You know what I mean? 97 people in the building. Damn, every time I speak on it, you know? Now, that means it's 194 feet in the building. You dig? But only 172 feet been wiped off at the door. Let's tighten that up, man. Top of the morning. Dig that. Yeah. Oh, that's me in the background. I heard myself. I thought that was you talking, but that was me. I'm talking to my damn self and shit on the phone.
What's up, Playboy?
What's going on, man? How you feeling this morning?
Man, I'm feeling 100, man. Sitting up here listening to y'all chop it up.
Dig that.
All right, so I got I got 2 questions for you.
Okay.
Okay, what's up with the and they might help each other out. Okay, so I got one. Well, how you feel about the this younger generation in this game, and then how do you feel about the escort service, the legit side of the shit?
Okay. The younger.
Hold on. And what I mean about the youngsters in the game on this is like I really been out here though, you know, and I don't touch it in all ways, you know, gang banging, all that shit, you feel me?
Yeah.
So it's just different levels how you get to where you get to at the game, you know? So I'm just saying, as far as like, cause I love the streets, I love the shit. It's an underground railroad. You feel me? They don't know nobody really know about. I ain't never had no Facebook. I ain't never had no Instagram, no MySpace, no none of that type of shit. You feel me? All original from the game. And I'm not saying it's wrong for other people because we wouldn't be talking right now.
Right.
This is my first time ever on the phone calling somebody, you know, all that shit. But I've been listening to you for a minute.
Okay.
You know, so
Dig that.
just because of the game, though, you know.
Right.
I listen, learn, you know. I'm 45 years old, bro. I've been banging and doing all kind of shit since I was 15, 14 years old.
Right.
In the realest way, though. You feel me?
Right. Dig that.
So I understand originality. You feel me? Which they really ain't got right now. See, all the youngsters now, they going off how we was getting it in like that. You feel me?
Yeah.
So they really don't have no originality, and that's on both sides of the game, as far as banging and gritting, pimping, all that shit. You feel me?
Right.
It's an originality tool that they missing nowadays because all the internet shit.
Right.
All right, so look. So I heard you said something earlier. I had text on a little thing about the escort service, right? What is it that you don't like about it, or did you see something, you know, somebody that failed in it where it wasn't cool, or you feel like it watered down the game as far as, you know, because you can have an escort service and they all can be your hoes, right?
Nah, not with an escort service, no. I mean, if somebody's running it like that, where the service is exclusively for their hoes, then that's one thing. But you know, if you got an escort service and you just got like a bunch of girls, you know, that they not really your hoes, they just fucking with the service.
I ain't talking about that way. See, that's the watered down way. You feel me? It's gonna be hard to do that with a real nigga, you know, because every bitch that come in, you know, she got to be mine. If it's my escort service, she got to be my hoe, you know. That's easy though.
Right.
That's easy for a real nigga. Squares run it all day long, you know.
Right.
Niggas, they do that all day long.
Right.
I'm talking about coming from a real brother from the street. For sure. You know, because these youngsters can do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Without kind of, you know, they wouldn't look at it as watered down because they be making so much money. They you know how they is nowadays, you know.
Right.
But somebody that's really been through it, like I said, I've been in it. I got a son doing 12 years for human trafficking and some more shit. You feel me?
Okay.
But I love the game. You know, niggas slips count out here. You feel me? So it ain't no, you know, his mama, you know, was my first work.
Yeah.
You know, he 27 now. You know,
Yeah.
But she was my first wife. She don't fuck with it no more. You know what I mean? So she more like, you know, kind of look down on the game or whatnot. But
Okay.
that's to each his own. When they get out of, you know how motherfuckers is. You ain't fucking with it no more. So of course you gonna be like how you be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but you know, me, you gotta take what's coming to you. You know,
Right.
my son, I love him. You know, it was just some mistakes he made. You know,
Yeah.
in the game. Did it lead to that type of shit? You gotta know what type of bitch you fucking with, for sure. You know?
Yeah, indeed.
But,
It's that much more crucial in today's times, man, because it's so much easier for them to go that route on us. You know what I mean? Feed us to the wolves, man. Because
it was a cold piece they did on us with the human trafficking. See, they didn't have that when I was young.
right.
You know?
Yeah, they
That
came
was a
with
cold
that.
piece they threw on us like that.
Yeah, they came with that later on. It's like the same exact thing. As far as what we doing, ain't nothing different as far as what we doing, but they calling it something totally different. They put a different terminology on the same exact thing
Yeah.
and try to make it into something that it's not.
They doing legit. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, yeah.
Yeah. They've been doing brothers like that for day one, though. You know.
Exactly.
That's how it go. You know.
Yeah,
That's
they
why
do.
I'm so messed up. Like now, it's like I really would like to see a world to where our black people that don't really fuck with the game fuck with the brothers that do fuck with the game, and we come to some type of understanding. You know what I mean? And that's
Yeah.
when the sleeping giant will wake up. You feel me?
Yeah,
'Cause
that's real.
now, it's a whole lot of divide. You know how kind of like we was talking, what you was saying earlier about your family and shit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's you know, the game in us. That ain't gonna go nowhere. But so boy, you bring around certain people, the squares that really don't know, even though they love you,
Yeah.
they don't have no understanding. You know, because it's all bad to them. You see what I'm saying? They want
Right.
good for us. You feel me? So pimping ain't good. It's only good for us. You see what I'm saying? Because that's our life. That's what we know. You know. But to say they love to see us get our money right and not have to fuck with it like that, though. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but I
So
feel you on
that's
the
why I was bringing out the escort shit. You know, like is it too late? I mean, I ain't never fucked with it, but I'm a fuck with it though, cause I'm in Kansas. So you gotta have, you know, just the little old paperwork shit, right? You know.
right.
But I was asking, have you seen something go wrong in that, as far as like brothers, real street brothers, converting they shit to some legit shit like that? Or do
Nah,
you do it?
well, certain aspects of it can be perceived as legit, but at the end of the day, you know what I mean. They cracking motherfuckers with the escort services too, man. Damn, it was this dude. He got an interview on YouTube. I forget his name, man, but he was talking about the services that he was running and shit like that, and how he got cracked. He was out there in California doing his shit, and then you know, yeah, nah, it ain't like the actual, you know, like setting up a business of it. You know what I mean? Like that part of it isn't legal, but you know what I mean, the deeds that are taking place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's they gonna get a motherfucker for that. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's not necessarily legal.
And see, I'm just looking at it too. So, cause you really exposing yourself if you're a real nigga, they all your bitches in their arena though. You feel me?
But see,
I
with
know
a nigga though, you know what I mean? Whether or not you consider them all your bitches, they gonna consider them all your bitches. You know what I mean? Like in their eyes, it's no
in their
difference.
eyes,
It ain't no difference.
And that's what I mean by like you opening yourself up, cause you know we keep this shit quiet as cat for real.
Right.
I know a lot of people be on here talking and saying all that, but for real, shit, we don't even, you know.
Yeah.
I speak of the game like I speak if I was selling drugs, you know.
Right.
We don't even talk like that, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
talk baseball on their motherfucking ass.
Yeah. So like, you know, all the people that's listening to us right now and they text and all that, they really ain't in it like that. And the youngster that is, they feel it's cool to call you and talk to you about, you know, some shit that they
Well,
really
that's-
doing illegally. you
That's
know?
that's their
But
times
that's
though.
just-
Like
yeah, that's just the time. Yeah, I know.
yeah, because just like with gangbanging, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you know, just on street nigga shit. Period. You know what I mean? Like the times.
We started DJ Quick rapping about it. We like, damn, this nigga talking about it on the tape. Like,
Right,
damn.
right,
We first
right.
heard E40 talking about work. I'm like, whoa, they talking about work now?
Right.
You know, like, you know, so I feel you.
Yeah, you know,
'Cause
but-
when you really in the game and you really out here, ain't no talking shit. Only talking on the street. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah,
don't
but see,
care
the
if you rapping
times
about it or
is
whatever
so
type shit. So it's
the
I
times
see
is
how
so
it
different
changed,
now though.
I see,
Yeah.
I see it. I see
Yeah,
it.
because the youngsters, that's all they know. Like they're not familiar with a time where, you know, everybody wasn't on social media. They don't remember the '90s
they
on
don't know
back.
none of that.
Yeah, you know, we come from a time where, you know, we wasn't walking around with cell phones. We had beepers.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Beepers, yeah. Before beepers, we didn't have shit.
Exactly.
So look, that was cute too. That's what made the gangster shit tight though. Look. For everybody out there in the world with these phones,
Yeah.
he was doing gangster shit, get it in, get to that door without any type of phone. So if you knew where somebody was, it was all about knowing where somebody at.
Right,
So
exactly.
that's why the track was popular.
Not only with
something like that, you know.
not only with no phones, but no ID, no nothing. We
No
we
ID,
called
no
it
nothing.
we called it going butt naked. You know what I mean? We going in the streets butt naked.
Off the grid. So we was born off the grid though.
Exactly.
So, you know, our time was out. We didn't know nothing about it was gonna be like this.
Nah.
You see what I'm saying? So
Nah.
we already came out. We was already born off the grid.
Exactly.
That's why I be so mad at my kids and shit like that. That just not my kids that ain't, you know, but I got some sons that's, you know, be out here and shit. I be like, man, that social media shit hella fake. Kind of learn how to do this shit without, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Try no phones and all this. Just pull up on somebody, holler at them. Keep the phone in the car, get out and holler at them, you know. Handle your business, then keep it moving.
Yeah, but see, they
Niggas
didn't.
talking on the phone and Facebook and they tripping and this and that. I'm like, wow.
But
That's
technology, it done did a couple of things in recent times, man. One, it's made us addicted to convenience, and then two, it's made us addicted to clout. You know what I mean? Everybody want clout. Clout is
so-
stronger than rocks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so- yeah.
Yeah, that
They
clout is
thinking they
enough.
already pimping just by watch some videos and just talking about it, you know?
Right.
And it just don't work that way, you know? I mean, I guess it do now. That's what I'm saying. But that's what I mean by we got to be more intelligent as men, black men in the community that's original, because we originals. I don't call men that's got jobs and and working for somebody else's originality. See, these streets is original shit. Your homies is original. A girl, the game, how you get your money. All this shit is some underground railroad shit. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
They constantly try to get in though. You see they lock us up and they got niggas snitching and shit, you know, fuck the game all up or whatnot. You know, but it's a difference between me and him, but we really the same though, you know, cause they
Right.
look at pimping bad, they look at hustling bad, you
Yeah.
know, they look at killing bad.
Yeah.
You know,
But see, it,
shit-
you know, on
shit
the
kinda
other
happen out
side,
here, so
on the other side of the fence though, on the legal side, they do all the same shit. They just
they
on the
do the
legal.
same thing.
Yeah. They
That's what I mean
more
by originality. You
they
know,
more
that's what I
gangster.
mean. Yeah,
Man,
they
the
super
government
gangster.
is
I'm
way
talking
more
about
gangster than us.
religion,
They doing way better
religion,
pimping than us. They
government,
doing
all
everything.
them.
Yeah.
Everybody done ran the hoax on us, though. You know, we come from slaves.
Yeah.
So we trying to figure it out. We don't even know what's our real name type shit. You feel me? So,
For real.
so we come from, but I do love our generation, though, because our generation started some original shit. You know what I mean? Just from the street.
Yeah.
You know, it's original. This pimping and this horn shit, it's been going on since the beginning of time. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But how we doing it though? We came we came onto it because we were slaves and how, you know what I mean? They had to shit. If y'all some slaves, the master come in, he want the prettiest black bitch. You feel me?
Right.
That's our family and my daughter, my mother, some shit like that. We had to learn how to use that. You feel
Right.
me?
Right.
You You know, we did. And this is a game that was created way before we were slaves, but we had to reinvent it through our slavery. You feel me? You know, we had to reinvent a lot of shit. We had to reinvent business. Yeah, we might be selling drugs, but this is the only way I learned how to do a real business for us, you know, without somebody else trying to run it or be in it type shit. You know what I mean? We did this shit ourselves, you know, so.
Yeah, we just gotta
now it's
get
coming to a point, like, I've been in the game so long, I know I gotta eventually have some type of legal something. You feel me?
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. Like, you know, we come from a different generation, so it's kind of hard to adapt sometimes. But man, like I tell these youngsters all the time, man, like the type of shit that the crimes that motherfuckers was doing back in the days, a lot of it ain't necessary no more because we was doing it because it wasn't no way. It was the only option.
Real, you know?
But now these young motherfuckers like 20 years old, like man. Like,
yeah, they don't even need to, you know.
Hey man, motherfucker don't understand, you know, how beautiful it is to be a young black man with no felonies, man.
They kind of do, but it's the wrongness of it that's fucking shit up. You know what I mean? Because now, which is cool, what I do like is like shit. All the sets fuck with each other now, you know. So when I was young, we wasn't fucking with nobody. You ain't from my set, nigga. It's EBK, nigga, all day. We ain't fucking with no other set. How can I? We been knocking your homies out, so it ain't no, you know.
Right.
But now you got the Crips and the Bloods with each other, the GDs with the Crips and shit. But see, I'm from a hood, from Kansas. And we got our own shit. We ain't no Crips, no Bloods, and none of that. You know, we got our own shit where I'm from. We been having ours, you know.
Right.
But it's all that came down here type shit. That's who we was really just banging with when I was young. Niggas getting influenced by Cali niggas and all that old type of shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
I ain't never looked at no real Crip. You only real Crips I can look at you as a real Crip is if you from Cali. I got peoples up in LA, they Hoovers and some more shit, but they real Crips. So you got niggas all the way in Kansas talking about they some 107 Hoovers and this and all this old type of shit. You feel me? Yeah, we was getting at them type fools, but now that's just what it is. You know, it's cool to be a Blood. It's Bloods all the way in New York.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's cool. But I kind of dig it now, though. Because, see, back then, it was dangerous. You know, you got to stand behind trees when cars roll up. You got to watch cars pulling up on you. You got to watch
motherfuckers don't know.
You got to watch the police. You got to watch all that. You feel me? Just to survive. Just to go to the store.
Right, exactly. See, you know, I never was affiliated with no hood or nothing like that. But, you know, just coming up in LA in the 90s, man, it was... It didn't matter if you was banging or not because when it comes to them essays, man, shit, they didn't give a fuck if you was a Crip or a Blood or none of that.
That's the only thing that I really didn't dig about my cousins and them down there in LA and shit.
What's that?
See, LA different. See, y'all banging with other races. See, where I'm from, the Mexicans can't come to our hood or none of that shit. Niggas ain't going for none of that. We ain't never banged with no other race. You know, we bang with niggas. You know what I mean? Yeah. So y'all, you know, kind of like Oakland and all that. See, they banging with niggas down there. You feel me? And
yeah, but see, LA.
Niggas, you know,
but see, LA is so big though. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of. It's way more SA hoods than it is black hoods for one.
Y'all right there by Mexico, shit.
Yeah, you know, and then everything, and then beyond that, like everything is intertwined. Like it, you know, it ain't like all the blacks is over here and all the essays is over here. No, everything is intermingled. Everything is intertwined with each other throughout the whole California. Not even just LA, but just California. Period. You know what I mean? Yeah, everything is intertwined, so it's like you can't really avoid each other like that.
Like that, yeah. Like having some type of friction. And see where I'm from is different. Like the Mexicans stay on that side and the brothers stay on this side type shit. So we don't intertwine like that, you know.
Right. Yeah. See that's actually probably a blessing, you know what I mean?
And then it's like, cause you know, like I'll go down there and fuck with my peoples and shit. and they have a Mexican dude around or something, and this Mexican talking like he a nigga, talking about nigga and all that. See, where I'm from, we don't play out. They can't say nigga like that. Down
Well, see,
here,
it depends though, because like how you was talking about the Hoovers, like the Hoovers got a lot of Mexicans from their hood. You know what I mean? So in LA is kind of different. Like, not everywhere, but you got certain hoods. Hoover is one of them, or certain, not even all the Hoovers, but certain Hoover sets. You know what I mean? Got a lot of Mexicans from them. You know what I mean? But
that's all they was getting at in the 90s shit is the Mexicans. They was getting in.
Yeah,
I don't know about this 2000 shit, but yeah, the 90s, and the Mexicans be right on the other side though, you know. So they put in work every day.
Yeah.
You know, go to the joint, it be the same thing.
Oh
Where I'm
yeah.
from, we ain't with all that fake ass shit, niggas saying that nigga shit and all that. Yeah, we don't really fuck around like. But they got it though. I ain't gonna say it just, you know, it's white boys out here, niggas, you know, hopping that nigga shit. But I don't see it though. And if I do, I'ma check it type shit, you know.
Right. Yeah.
We
See,
don't really go for that shit.
and see, that's just like, for instance, another thing that's different about California that other places trip off of is the Asians, right? Like,
Yeah, the Asians go hard.
throughout the entire California, well, most of California, the Asians fuck with niggas. You know what I mean? So we grow up, like me, I'm from Long Beach, right? Like,
That's what's up.
we grow up with the Asians. Like, we fuck with each other. We grow up like we the same. You know what I mean? Damn near. You know what I mean? So they come up around fucking with us. So we calling them my nigga. What's up, my nigga? Well, naturally they gonna respond back. You know what I mean? Because we don't fuck with the essays like that. But you know, the Asians, we fuck with each other like that. So by us naturally calling them niggas, it's like we kind of automatically gave them a pass. So
automatically be just like that,
yeah. So other places trip off of that though. Like they be like, man, this Asian motherfucker saying nigga, but shit in California.
You know, we ain't never had no, you know, ain't no Asian niggas in the clique, ain't no Mexicans, ain't no white boys, ain't none of that shit.
Yeah.
You feel me?
See, you got a lot of hoods like that in LA too, where it's just, you know, strictly niggas, but you got certain hoods where, you know, they got a lot of Mexicans in their hood, you know what I mean? So and like I said, Hoover is one of them hoods like where certain parts of the Hoovers, you know what I mean, they got a significant amount of Mexicans from their hood, you know what I mean? And there's other hoods in LA like that too. You know, they got a significant amount of niggas from their hood, you know. So I mean a significant amount of Mexicans from their hood. So
it's fucked up right now, man. Shit, we trying to hold on to these streets, man. It's tough though. You know, it's fucked up. And all these drugs and shit. See, I ain't never fucked with no work or nothing. I ain't never stolen no lawns. But I came from that area where it scared me. Because my mama fucked with that shit. You feel me? So,
yeah, see, I'm
we
you know,
at it different. And,
yeah.
You know,
And then
now
it wasn't
this
cool
little
back in the
shit,
days.
Everybody snoring. I'm like, damn. It's crazy.
Yeah, it wasn't cool back in the days. It's cool now. It's cool to be like you an eyeball now. If you don't get down, you an eyeball.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the days, if you was smoking, you was the eyeball.
You the eyeball now.
Right.
That's how I be feeling about the Facebook shit. I got into one of my partners about a couple of months ago. He thought I was saying he was just feeling some type of way. I'm like, nigga, we gangsters out here. Y'all niggas on Facebook, nigga, what up? Nigga? You know, he kind of felt some type of way. But I'm like, wow, niggas is feeling some type of way because I'm saying something about them being on the book, coming from what we come from, how we get down still. I'm like, wow.
Hey, but you know what a lot of motherfuckers don't realize though, and I was just having this conversation with somebody just the other day, man. Like when it comes to social media, to a lot of people, to the majority of people, that shit is just like dope. Motherfuckers got to have it.
It's like I like to get on the phone to play Texas Hold'em. Yeah, I wake up.
Right, and if somebody talks shit to you about it, you gonna feel some type of way, you know.
Not really, because I don't never care what nobody say anyway, you know. But
right.
I ain't finna trip off for nobody saying, "Oh, nigga, you paying Texas Hold'em too much." I ain't finna trip off of that.
Right.
I ain't tripping off of that.
Right.
Shit, hell no. I ain't
Yeah,
tripping off of that.
but nah, you know, social media, man, it's really like a
social
drug to a lot of
media,
people.
I love it because look, we holler. I
Yeah.
dig it and all that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Indeed.
I got clothing lines and shit. My clothing line is based off the street though. You feel me?
Yeah,
I got
that.
one called. I got a clothing line. One of my partners. He came up with it, and I just helped him do it because I already started one.
Oh, okay.
I got one called Knock Nation.
Knock Nation, is it spelled like regular, KNOCK?
Yeah, Knock Nation.
Knock Nation. Is it on? Is it on
So I
like?
was listening to what your partner was saying. Nah, it's all on the street, man. We selling it like crack. You feel me? Yeah, you gotta come
Out the
get
trunk.
it from us.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
dig
saying?
that.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
come get it from us.
That's what's up. That's good
You know,
shit.
straight up, you know. But so I was listening to what your partner was saying. Oh boy, was on the phone earlier about his homie and the girl.
Yeah.
That's square shit.
Yeah. Well, he
Real
said
nigga
that.
shit.
Yeah, he let it be
that's what
known.
I'm saying. That's square shit. I can't really, you know. I don't fuck with squares, straight up, you know. So if it's my nigga get down like I get down. So the bitch, you know, it was like what you was saying. We gonna run tricks on the bitch. You know what I mean? We gonna, you know, because a nigga gotta know what type of bitch he fucking with.
Yeah, and
if any of my bitches wanna run out to one of my homies, or my homies bitch wanna run out to me, bitch, this gonna be the same pimpin' over here that you got over there. There ain't nothing different. You feel me?
Yeah.
It ain't nothing different. So she ain't gonna make no sense for her to go to my nigga. You feel me? He gonna do the same thing I did. You feel me?
Oh
He gonna do the
shit.
same thing I
Right.
did. But now that's why to all the young cats listening, which I don't really never hear none niggas talking about too much. Nigga, hold on, that shit, whatever you get from these hoes, nigga, go bury that shit. Don't buy nothing. And when that bitch run off, you run to your money, but you knowing you still got that dough gonna keep you on top of your game. So when you go run off and spend all the money that you done made off the bitch, now the bitch can start saying shit. You don't want her to run off though. I mean, leave, because you know, shit, you ain't got no money. You feel me?
Yeah.
So you start doing shit that's unnecessary, allowing the bitch to do this, say that, all this whole type of shit that she wasn't saying at first.
Right.
Now if you stacked up on the bitch know it. She know what you can spend, what you got, if you saved it, whatever. But your pimping stay just as strong as it was when y'all was broke. You feel me? But you run off, you gonna spend all the money, the bitch know that. She's gonna start making moves, saying shit. And so I don't go for none of that neither. Like what you said earlier. But I'll let the bitch go though. I don't give a fuck. Smile. Yeah, shit.
Yeah, you know, the majority of
The day
motherfuckers got a problem
the day
doing that shit.
Man, the day the bitch lay off, the day the bitch pay off. But the only way you can do like that and be like that though is you gotta have your money right. I'll let the bitch leave with all my money gone though. She already know it. I can be broke, but bitch, I ain't finna play.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
do
what
it
you
by
call
myself,
standing on your manhood. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's yeah.
Standing
Cause I
on
do
your
a lot of
shit.
shit. It ain't just no paper. I'm really out of here, so I'm gonna touch really everything that you know. Shit, real for real.
Right.
The bitch the best way to go, but I done ran through bitches, so that shit, that game, I done did that, you know. It ain't nothing. The best thing to do is get your shit right though.
John ETA, I'm looking at somebody in the chat. They say that's a mistake giving Asians a pass. You obviously ain't from California, John ETA, because
Yeah, that's all it is. He don't understand. Like,
yeah, it's not
you
even
ain't really
about.
giving
It's
him
not
no
about.
pass.
Right?
You ain't
They.
giving him no pass.
It's
They
deeper
right out there
than.
on the turf with you.
Yeah, it's
sure.
deeper than that. It ain't about. It's not giving them a pass. They, you know, we kind of rock as the same. You know what I mean? Like the Asians in California, they Crips and Bloods. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
you know, and they pretty much like niggas. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I got Asian homies in Long Beach that I used to be in their hood every day, kicking it like I was one of them. But they don't look at it like I'm a nigga.
See, we don't got that. So I feel what old boy saying, because I feel the same way how he feel, but I also see what you saying too, and I know how it is. So you know.
Yeah, it ain't like giving them a
ways,
pat.
it
We one and the same
Nah.
pretty much. You know what I mean? We the same thing. Same thing like Samoans, you know what I mean?
I ain't gonna lie, I don't like that shit. I don't like to see nobody doing shit, nigga shit. I don't like Eminem. I don't like none of that.
Bro said he ain't fucking with none of that shit.
Nah, I ain't. It's cool that y'all do. Y'all got y'all reasons, so I ain't knocking it. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's another thing too, man. I stop all that knocking my brothers type shit, you know.
Yeah.
I ain't with none of that
Yeah,
shit.
because now it's like what you said earlier, you know what I mean, about everybody coming together despite what differences a motherfucker have, you know what I mean?
I wanna
Like,
stop letting these people run all this game on us like this, man. It's hard. When you game tight, I'm game tight because I'm original. You feel me?
Right.
That's why I feel I'm game tight. I don't know about nobody else, but me, shit, all my shit original.
Right.
My homies, my hood, my hoe, my money, everything. You feel me?
right.
I didn't have no TV. I had to get it on my own type shit, you know, straight up, you know. But I don't like all this. We too powerful. We so powerful. We come together. How y'all gonna talk about LeBron James and Jordan? We don't talk like that in the hood. That's some Peckerwoods all that shit. You feel me?
Right.
LeBron, we love LeBron and we love Jordan. And they are shit, nigga.
Right.
We not talking about who the best. They
Right.
the shit.
Right.
LeBron the truth because the Jordan came first.
Right.
Straight up. So you gotta pay homage out here, you feel me?
Right.
Same thing, all these niggas in the street, nigga, y'all gotta pay homage to all the niggas that came before y'all in the realest way, you know. But it's
real.
hard, because the niggas that started the shit, they smokers or something, or they done chose up with the bitch and married the hoe and all that old type of shit. So it kind of fucked the youngsters up. Like, oh, no, that nigga,
Right.
he used to be hard, but that nigga, he married the hoe, for real. So they ain't listening to
Right. That's real shit though. It's like a disconnection between the OGs and the youngsters nowadays, man, for real. Yeah, you still there? I don't know what happened. Hello. Yeah, they probably call back. Bro, funny though. He had me dying. He was saying some real shit though. But yeah, I really agree with what he was saying as far as, you know, us coming together. This is somebody else calling. Hold on. Top of the morning.
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on? How you doing this morning?
I'm doing good. This is Spitting Fire. I'm sitting up here in your chat.
Yeah, I seen you up in there.
Yeah. You know, I advocate for men's rights and stuff like that. And I was listening to your story, and I found it real interesting. I don't even know how I came across your channel, but I'm enjoying what I was hearing and
That's
just
what's up.
laughing. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the streets of Detroit.
Okay.
And I'm talking about, I've been advocating for men's rights for a long time, and I see a lot of brothers getting hemmed up in this Me Too shit. And they supposed to be, cracking down on this trafficking thing. And I've always, if you go on my channel and look at some old videos, I kind of got into some celebrity gossip now, but if you look at my old videos, I was always talking about that shit normally starts at home. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the government has gotten people all fucked up about this human trafficking and with girls being sold and all this and that. Now, I've been covering like the Jeffrey Epstein and R. Kelly situation. Man, they got these people hemmed up on some BS. You know what I'm saying? Brothers and all this and that. And I would like to interview to know, like, what is your take on the shit that's going on now with brothers and this getting caught up in this human trafficking, especially if they got money. You know what I mean? Like if they celebrities. You know what I mean? Like I think that because now they got it to where they can sue them. So I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute. You were talking about that they held them against their will, and then now they can turn around and sue. There ain't no more prostitution.
Yeah. It's we live in a capitalist society, so at the end of the day, it's all about money one way or another. But as far as like, with the whole like the R. Kellys and the Bill Cosbys and all this, that, and the third, I think it's a number of things taking place. One is that, you know, it's all a part of you know, tarnishing and destroying the image of the black man and tearing us down that much more. You know,
Oh man,
like
I need
yeah.
your ass on my damn show. Talk that.
Nah, it really is though.
I need it. Man, look, my email is when you go click on my icon and go to my about. My email is right there. You gotta hook, you know, give me your information of contact because we gotta talk about this. I have a lot of fellas who I co-blog with, and we try to get the message out here about, you know, men's rights and what's going on and stuff like that. And you actually speak to everything that we always speak about because here's the thing: when you talk about pimps or hustlers or things like that, you also have to talk about women that's assisting them in any kind of way that they're assisting them in. I don't give a damn what it is. You know
But
what
see,
I mean?
it's
Every cloud has some type of Bonnie. I don't give a damn if the Bonnie out there making the money and bringing it back to Clyde, or she out there delivering the dope for Clyde, or she out there just scrapping and sticking niggas up and setting niggas up or whatever. Every damn Clyde has a Bonnie. You know what I mean?
Right. But see, in what's going on now, neither Clyde or Bonnie is wrong. You know what I mean? Clyde and Bonnie is just trying to figure it out and trying to make a way. You know, but it's the system trying to criminalize Bonnie and Clyde for doing the same shit that they do themselves. It's just, you know,
Absolutely.
yeah, you know, it's just we a means to an end ultimately. That's really all it is. We just a means to an end. You know, we just a means to them, you know, fulfilling their agenda.
I've been going at this damn Me Too lady. I ain't gonna lie.
I know it's an uphill battle.
I've been dragging the women liberation movement, the Me Too's and them ties up because they ain't being real. You know what I'm saying? They're not being real at all. I have investigated, researched, and if people know what I know or what we have found out, they would be really pissed off because systemic racism actually happens in the justice system more than often. And you are absolutely right. The government pimps more than anybody they could even try to arrest. The shit that they get caught up in, the stuff that they do, the things that they allow, like they actually break the law to get motherfuckers who they want locked up so badly. You get what I'm saying? Like they allow them to break the law. I mean, this shit is so damn corrupt, it doesn't even make no sense. So I'm searching, like, as a blogger, as I am, I'm searching Google, I'm searching the internet, and I ran across your page. I don't know how tonight or this morning I ran across your page, but boy, I'm so happy I done because the last three callers, but see, your story is interesting. What you talk about is interesting, is real, is so people may not accept it or receive it in the right way. Yeah. But if you have an optimistic mind, you know what I mean? If you can actually see reality for things, you can actually see the hardness in it and everything that you were talking about as far as the pimping streets and everything else in the game itself. Because it's real. You know what I mean? And I think motherfuckers can only relate to it if they come from, I don't know if it's the urban areas or whatever, like being from Detroit, you see a whole lot of shit.
Right, indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I came from the hood, like, that's all it was around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no damn, you had motherfuckers, they talking about, like, hypothetical. They talking about some, R. Kelly, I'm gonna use him as an example. Yeah. R. Kelly was with young girls, but shit, when I was coming up, me, myself, that's all I fuck with was older men. Why the fuck would I want to fuck with somebody who ain't got shit?
Well, see, it's a few things, right? It's a double standard in a lot of ways because, you know, a lot of shit that people are condemning R. Kelly for, they guilty of themselves. But what people don't understand is, like, back in the days, it wasn't so taboo like it is now. You know what I mean? Like, things done flipped around. Like people just don't understand. Like when I was in high school, right? Let's just give people who too young to know about them times. get him an idea. When I was in high school, it was this girl that I went to school with. She was like a couple grades higher. Like when I was in the 9th grade, she was in the 11th grade, right? But she had a grown boyfriend that was like 30-something years old. He would pull up to the school and pick her up every day in front of the school, not down the street or around the corner behind the school, in front of the school. He would pull up, and he had a full beard. He was obviously a grown-ass man in his 30s. And he would pull up to the front of the school, in front of the staff, in front of teachers, principals, everybody, and pick this girl up every day. You know what I mean? She was kind of like, you know, well developed for her age and things like that. You know what I mean? A real pretty girl with a nice body and everything like that. And nobody batted an eye. Nobody, you know, felt any type of way about it or said anything. You know, people just don't understand. It was just different times. And see, the biggest difference across the board that transcends everything now versus then is that, you know, back in the days, it was about being strong. It was about being resilient. It was about, you know, persevering, struggle, and things like that. Nowadays, it's about being the victim. It's about, you know, everything is just, that's the biggest problem right now. Everything is about being a victim. Everything is feminized. You know, when it comes to men, you know, like I was just speaking on this the other day when I was live, right? But because I was live like 6 hours the other day. That's the longest live I ever did. But I was speaking on this, right? Like, you know, when I was growing up, you know, we had so many masculine figures to admire. You know, I grew up admiring, you know, Bo Jackson, Mike Tyson, you know, Mr. T. You know what I mean? Like real, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, like, you know, real like masculine figures.
All masculine men, right?
Yeah, but you know, it like nowadays, those type of people ain't really like promoted like that. You know, we got The Rock and a few others, you know what I mean? But everything is so feminine. Rappers is wearing dresses now, and it's just, you know, it's
they promoting that bullshit. Like,
yeah.
They trying to de-escalate, especially the black man.
Yeah, but ultimately, like even beyond.
This alternative living, they try to make this alternative living like it's all right. That shit ain't cool.
Yeah, but ultimately the biggest difference, like I say, is that right now it's all about being a victim, and it's so much about being a victim to the point where, you know, they override certain laws, they disregard the laws that they make, just for the sake of, you know, coddling victims and stuff like that. That's just like, for instance, like Rick James been dead like 15 years or something around there. It's a woman this recently just coming out, like 40 years later. Yeah, this talking about Rick James, you know, sexually violated her in a group home back in the 70s. You know, and it's like, this man been dead all this time. But see, like I said, now we just in a generation now where it's all about being a victim. And all you got to do is step forward. You don't even have to have any substantial evidence or proof. All you got to do is step forward and say.
You don't have to have shit. You don't have to have shit. And see, that's what I've been trying to tell everybody. And I've been trying to tell, I look, when all the commentary that I've done, right, I got so tired of it that I just started doing some regular celebrity gossip. Like, I was just so tired of this shit. But I was one of the women that I've been beat up in these damn social media streets because I don't think like the women. Like, they think that because I'm a woman, I'm supposed to think the way that they think. No, I don't think that way. I don't think believe women. I think believe evidence. Women lie too. You know what I'm saying? If women didn't lie to commit crimes, we wouldn't have no goddamn prison. Women lie too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna do that shit. And then I have men in my family. I don't want no hoes coming back 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years later talking about some he raped me in the 80s or the 70s. What evidence do he have to prove it? Oh, he don't have none. Then, them motherfuckers so bad when they deal with this R. Kelly and Bill Cosby situation. Some states, while these men were going through trial or they're being detained awaiting trial, some states automatically, under our nose,
Right.
change the statute of limitations on rape, which means they can come back and like you can fuck with a broad back in the 90s or the 80s.
Right.
You don't even probably remember her ass,
Right.
right? She can come back and scream rape on you because you looking fine, you ain't paying her no attention or whatever.
Right.
She got fat, you ain't paying her attention, you don't even know. She say you raped her, and you don't even know who she is and wore your whole life. And
Right.
I've been trying to get men to stand up to these damn women liberation movement and fight that shit because that's some bullshit.
But see, it goes even deeper than just women. Like I say, it's just so much about being a victim. That's just like I want to say, wasn't it Mariah Carey that had somebody say that she was inappropriate with somebody? I think Mariah Carey, but definitely Ellen DeGeneres. Like they talking about she was being sexually inappropriate with people and stuff like that. And it's like, come on, like it's just out of hand with the promoting and coddling and babying the victim, like just like pacifying victimization. Nah, yeah, right, exactly. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They not victims at all. You know what I'm saying? Like with the R. Kelly situation, like one of my co-bloggers got hurt. Now this motherfucker was after R. Kelly had that blow up with Gayle King, right?
Yeah.
The daddy went on my guy's channel. He's a blogger too.
Uh-huh.
He talked him. He did an interview with him.
Uh-huh.
He talked so damn much. This nigga basically admitted that they set his ass up because his daughter didn't get a record deal, and he was supposed to be the daughter manager and get a.
Oh, you talking about Azriel?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's so crazy because like even that Surviving R. Kelly, which I did a video on that when it came out, but man, that Surviving R. Kelly thing was so terrible. It was so disgusting to watch, and I'm just like watching this shit, and it's like all these parents in these situations. That's just like the dude you talking about, right?
Yeah.
They took their daughter to that concert, huh?
His name Angelo
Right.
Clary.
Right. Him and his wife took I think she was 16 at the time or something. They took that girl to the
concert, yeah.
And then let her go backstage with that man. Come on, man.
Let me tell you this. The nigga was at the graduation.
Yeah.
They knew him. He lied and said that he didn't know where she was and he wouldn't allow her to call home. It's another
Yeah, they full of shit.
called President. And she and her daddy is on that documentary. It just came out 2 months ago. And she told her dad, no, Kelly, they call him Robert. Robert told me to call you, but you act like you ain't know where I was. Well, I had to do what I had to do to make sure you go. But no, you lied on national TV, nigga.
Right.
And see, you didn't know where your daughter was, and then didn't know where your daughter was. And then I said, okay, well, then they talk about he was threatening, intimidating witnesses. Let me tell you, he is in the MCC, right?
Uh-huh.
He has been detained. He can't talk to nobody. Nothing. Everything is monitored.
Right.
These motherfuckers working with the feds, them had some goons to pretend to hire to set her car on fire, right?
Wow.
And they took this goddamn arrest, right? Take this whole fucking arrest. Come to find out one of the goons is supposed to be, one of the goons who set the car on fire is the daddy's mistress, cousin.
Damn, that's crazy. Damn.
How funny.
That's crazy. You cannot make that up.
I'm trying to tell you. Wait a minute. I'm vlogging. I said, wait a minute. Sometimes this shit be so stupid. I was like, I don't even know how to deliver this shit. I said, wait a minute. How the hell is your mistress is the cousin of your, not your wife, his mistress?
Right.
So have to be her cousin. So have to be, I'm supposed to hire him to set the car on fire to intimidate her. But she only turned witness about 6 months after he was already locked the fuck up.
That's crazy.
You can't make this shit up, Freeze. I'm trying to tell you. Freeze,
that's crazy. Nah, not at all.
But dude, look, I'm not gonna keep you long.
Okay.
Make sure you hit me up or whatever because
yeah, I see you in the chat. Like I said, I'll click on your shit and go to your profile for sure.
Yeah, because in the about section they got my email address and you can hit me up because we got to talk about this because it's just good to see other bloggers on here and from a man perspective who knows the whole game and can actually speak and formulate a sentence and make sense about this shit because other people don't. When they look at this shit, like somebody said, well, he peed on that girl in that video, that 14-year-old girl. I said, well, let's look at this video now. Because I've seen the video too, and let me tell you how I look at it. And I get chewed the fuck up all the time for saying the shit that I say or think the way I think, but I can't help it. So I said to myself, well, first of all, when you fucking on the video don't tell you how old you is. Okay, that's the first thing first.
Right.
So we don't know how old this goddamn girl is because the way she was working his ass, I doubted she was 14. But that's just my take on it. You know, you got something out here that's
well. See, he got a few different videos though, but it's already been made known that the girl was young. But the thing about it is though, like the family was so cold. Like the mother and father and everybody got on the stand and said that it wasn't her in the video.
But they said that it wasn't her in the video.
Right.
But the thing of it is, we don't know which girl it was because it may not have been her.
Yeah, because he got multiple videos with multiple women. Like back, I remember when them tapes came out and they was circulating around the hood and all that. Like, yeah.
Right, but the ones that they did dismiss a few of them.
Right.
They couldn't verify the authenticity of it, but the one that they talking about is the same one from the 2008 trial.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Just the same one, and see, that's going to probably be an issue because that's the same video. The other one they had to throw out because that attorney that said that he's going to bring R. Kelly to justice, you know, he got arrested.
Right.
Okay, and look, everybody in this damn case is a criminal, but R. Kelly. Everybody got a history of criminal intentions.
Right.
The lawyers went to jail. Several lawyers went to jail. All the girls that's supposed to have a lawsuit, and I think what's that woman name that was taking all the so-called victim cases? She was taking everybody's cases.
Oh, you talking about is Gloria Allred and her daughter.
You know she dropped all them. You know she dropped all them.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's major. If she did that, that's major. That's saying a whole lot because she is ruthless when it comes to them type of cases, and she do not let up.
all them cases are gone. You don't even hear about that shit no more.
Nah, you don't. That's crazy. I didn't know that part. That's crazy.
Okay. Now, and the New York police, they dropped 2. Okay, now they had some indictments, right? Okay, so they had 6 indictments.
Yeah.
They dropped 2 to only add 2. Wait a minute. Hold on.
That's crazy.
Now, I got a problem with that, though, Freak, because you went to a grand jury to get this indictment on these 2 cases. So why did you have
But see them yeah, see them grand jury indictments though, they so fat like if you I mean everybody, we all know what's going on with the Breonna Taylor situation, especially after yesterday, what they put out yesterday. Like them grand jury indictments, they pretty much just do whatever they want. Like that shit don't mean nothing. Like it's so foul. Like it's crazy.
It's a sad situation.
Yeah.
It's a sad situation all the time. So like I was gonna say, like me, I look at this shit like this. Like I was young, I was active, and
right.
I'm telling you, a nigga piss on me, we fighting up in that motherfucking deck. They gonna see us traffic audio. You might think they gonna see our actions fighting on it. You piss on me, nigga, and it's going and popping. But that's what I'm saying. So I was like, okay, well, it don't seem like she had a problem being pissed off. Ain't nobody looking at it from that point of view. I mean, it ain't like he said she was receiving all of everything he was giving her.
Yeah, see, like I say, like it's so many people, like from Elvis Presley to Steven Tyler to like, and the list goes on and on of men who had women, who had underage girls, you know, when they was grown. Like the list goes on and on. Puffy, you know, yeah, you know, like the list goes on and on. It's just, you know, it was different times. That's what people not looking at. And it's like, now that the times is different, they trying to go back in the past and persecute people, you know, from a different time based on standards for right now. But they not looking at the fact that the standards back then was different. That's just like my parents, you know, my moms and pops. Like, this is give you an idea what times was like back then. Like, you know, my mother and father met when my dad was in the Army in Hawaii, and my mom's went down there to live with my uncle, who was also in the Army based in Hawaii, right? And when they met, my mother was 13 and my father was 19. And, you know, they both was from LA. So, you know, eventually they both end up back in LA, but it was a type of situation. Like, my mom's got 9 brothers, and including a twin brother. But my father would come to the house and pick her up and take her with him for the weekend and all of that. And when she was underage, and he was obviously a grown man, and like he knew my grandparents and my uncles and everybody, like, and it wasn't nothing, you know, like it was like regular shit. But you know, that's just the times that that they came from, you know. And even the times when I was young, you know, my era was pretty much the same way. It's just that the times that we in now is, like I said, it's just so much about victimization and promoting, you know, encouraging people to like be victims so that they can capitalize on this and that and the third. Right, exactly. And it's that shit ain't cool. It's fucked up.
That shit ain't cool. It ain't cool. It ain't cool at all. And it's bad for men especially, because you can fuck around and you have somebody that did some time, right?
Yeah.
And find out that she done lied. She don't get no time for lying.
Right. And that's you know, it's funny you say that, because I say that shit all the time. I'm like, man, they need to have some type of laws, you know, for these females to be lying on motherfuckers, like to where if they get caught up.
I'm working on that. I'm working on that, please.
Because if that shit come into play, it's gonna definitely be a change.
I'm working on that.
Yeah.
I'm working on that right now. You know what I'm saying? But I don't say a lot on
Right.
on what I'm doing, but I'm working on that, because I was sitting up there covering the Brian Banks story, and I was covering some other stories, and I was like, I don't like this. Like, I have been dragged and beat the fuck up for the way I think, but I took a lot of beating and bruising already. I might as well go the rest of the time, because I got memes out there on my ass. I got, man, they done beat me up. They done posted everything. I'm like,
well, when you don't just go with the flow, and they look at you like you rocking the boat, you know, that's just like, for instance, right? See, me, I don't just like jump on bandwagons and I haven't really looked into the story like that, but I seen that they was getting on Ice Cube about, you know, something that he did pertaining to Trump's campaign. Now I don't know the details of it, but one thing I do know is that, for one, Ice Cube is definitely for his people. You know what I mean?
Right.
And what I also know is that Ice Cube is the furthest thing from a dummy. You know,
Right.
so, but you know, people are so against Trump that they don't even take the time to like try to understand like what's going on behind the scenes, and right, exactly, and what the details of it is. You know, because me, you know, I looked at it and I seen it. I said, you know, damn, that's interesting. You know, when I get a minute, I'm gonna take time to look at the details of it and try to understand, because like I said, I know Cube ain't no dummy, and
Nah.
you know,
Nah.
you know, I know it's some type of method to his madness that the majority of people don't understand, but you know, it's just crazy times that we in, and that's, you know, speaking of Trump, that's one thing that he's done, like the most thing, the one thing that he's been most effective at, to me, is division. There's never been more division in America than right now, I believe. You know, like,
I believe that too.
because
I believe
even
that too. See, I think we were shadowing. I think that everybody was covering shit up, because just think about it. With black people, before Trump got in office, people was loving Trump.
yeah,
People
Yeah.
was quoting his shit, "You fired." Black people was loving fucking Trump before he got in office.
yeah,
When he got in office, then they hated him.
right. Even though he's been right, even though historically he's been a racist, like it ain't nothing new that he's been a
Right.
racist. Like even if you look back at the Central Park 5 situation, you know what I mean, where
Right.
he was like, you know, going hard on them back in the
Right.
right, exactly. You know what I mean, and even after they got, you know, even after they got you know, exonerated. Like he never like apologized to them or none of that,
No,
you
he
know.
don't apologize. He don't apologize at all.
Nah, he don't even know how to do that.
He's
You know.
a narcissist. He ain't gonna do that.
Right. Exactly.
He's not gonna do that.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think politics in itself, altogether, both sides. I think that I just went for the first time I vote, you know, Green Party, because I was always a registered Democrat, but I'm not happy with what the Democrats are doing, and I'm damn sure not voting Republican. You know what I mean? Because I believe that when I researched all this stuff about the women liberation movement, the Democrats were, you know, funding behind all of that.
Right.
And I didn't like that, so I just voted for that this year. And I'm going to openly admit it, and I don't care. However, I just think that people like us who do have a voice on these platforms actually need to get more involved with spreading the messages that are out here, and people actually need to get more involved in itself, because if not, the women liberation is going to be taking down your kids. They're talking to your kids, and not only that, they're going to be demasculating your sons. You know what I mean? Because they only make it, like you said, it's only about being a victim. Okay, that's being glorified. They're even trying to go after dead people.
Yeah.
Like you talk about Rick James.
Yeah.
He's been dead for so long. Still, Michael Jackson dead. They
Right,
go after
and
them.
it's crazy because, like, even with the Michael Jackson situation, like them like trying to bring all of that back to life, and it's crazy because the feds, I forget the woman's name. I want to say it was an Asian woman, but it was a female spokesperson for the FBI, and she was like going into details how deeply they investigated Michael Jackson, you know, and how they came to find out that everything was a lie, you know.
Right.
And then even like the father of the little boy, like the main little boy that initiated all of the controversy around Mike, you know, he ended up dying. The father of the little boy ended up dying, but before he died, he admitted that everything was a lie.
Right.
That he made his son lie and all of that, you know. So it's just crazy how like people like Oprah Winfrey could get behind some shit like that, you know. And
my God, don't even talk about her. I've been dragging her for about 6 months. Her ain't got a damn Gail.
Yeah, they killed me. And I see Gail, you know, she trying to redeem herself with the Kenneth Walker interview and everything like that, but we ain't gonna forget how you tried to do Kobe.
Now you know, Oprah had a goddamn tether on.
She what?
She had a tether on. And that she was involved in that Harvey Weinstein bullshit.
Yeah, cause it's crazy because they didn't touch that at all.
They ain't touched that shit at all. And not only that, they made me take down that video. YouTube made me take down my video. Yes, they sure did.
That's crazy.
They took it down, honey. When I broke that case, they took that shit down because I tried to show her wearing a tether. That's where that fall, that fake ass fall she did on the stage came from. You ain't even walk. How the hell you just fall?
Yeah. But see, it's about being a victim, you know, because if she fall and, you know, she gets some sympathy from some people, you know, they forget about certain things, you know, so it's...
And she ain't got to walk and go nowhere, and she can, because nobody won't be looking down at her and
right.
taking pictures. And she stayed off the internet. Now, if you really look at it, after she fell, and she had her legs pumped up, that very same outfit, she was cooking in the kitchen, and somebody took pictures of her, and somebody zoomed in on that ankle bracelet. And when she had her legs pumped up for the tabloids, if you got a sprained ankle, you would show you got a sprained ankle, whether you got an ice pack on it, pack of peas on it, or whatever, frozen peas, whatever. She
Right.
didn't show the ankle. But what was the purpose of you popping your leg up but not showing your ankle? Because that's the ankle with the goddamn monitor on. She was caught up in that shit because one of the girls said that Oprah told her when she go up there and see Harvey Weinstein, do what you got to do to get the role. So you know what that meant.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, she was implemented in that case. You know how they cracking down on the celebrities. But see, they can do that now.
Hey, I can't even front though. Like, I can't even front like that Harvey Weinstein situation. It kind of opened it was an eye opener for me because I didn't think they was gonna do him like that.
Man, look, they done sat up there and came back home twice. Then the judge made them go back again.
Right.
He kept making the people were so distressed that they just said, okay, well, we're going to charge him guilty or find him guilty on something. Them people were so distressed, they just gave the judge what he wanted so they can go home.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's fair. If you got any good lawyer, I would appeal that because I don't think he should have got that. You know what I mean? Because if you really, you go on my channel, I did a Harvey Weinstein story where I showed his lawyer doing an interview. And they had all the evidence against to prove he was innocent, and shit, they still found him guilty on a couple charges. That shit, man, that me too. But see, Gail and Oprah didn't want to touch Weinstein shit. They
Nah.
told R. Kelly and Michael Jackson, but they wasn't touching Weinstein.
Nah, they wasn't gonna do that. Yeah, but that situation. But like you said, that's probably what's gonna end up happening. I don't see him doing 23 years. Like he's most likely gonna probably get an appeal or something like that. He probably gonna do like 5 years or something like that, and probably get an appeal and end up getting out. That's probably what's gonna end up happening.
But you know what? But Bill said he gonna do 10 years because he said he ain't never admit that he raped no goddamn body.
That's the first time, that Bill Cosby situation, that is the first time that I have ever seen somebody go directly from court to prison. you know, normally for people who don't understand, who don't know, for those of y'all watching, like normally when somebody gets sentenced to prison time, they go to the county jail, they wait, you know, they might be in there. Every place is different, you know. Some places you might wait like a week or two. Yeah. You know, some places you might even wait months. Like California, you know, they prison system so backed up, you might be waiting in the county for like 3 months before you go to prison. But a lot of places is less. It's like maybe a week or two or maybe even 3 weeks. But that man, they took him directly from court to prison. And that little walk of shame that they made him do and everything, man, like people don't understand how deep that was. You know, like what kind of statement they was making with that. You know, like, yeah,
right.
here's your all-American dad. Yeah, look at him now. Yeah, he ain't shit.
Yeah, that's what they were doing.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they were doing. And now, and it's so sad because you had Snoop Dogg talking about free Bill Cosby and all this man, and everybody else was chanting. But here's the thing. Why do we have to wait for them to go to jail to always free this slogan after the fact that they've been sent?
Right.
Where was you at? Was you saying that shit before? No.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, why wait until the sentencing to automatically say that? I mean, you a celebrity. Use your damn stop powers and make the damn noise, but that's not what you did.
Yeah, people.
You know what I mean?
See, people. On one hand, you got people that's like zombies. They kind of like just go with the flow. But then you got other people like when it come to R. Kelly, a lot of people was jealous of R. Kelly. And a lot of people just didn't like, because like it was so many celebrities that came out speaking against him. And some of them I was like, man, like you wouldn't even have a hit record if it wasn't for R. Kelly. Or you wouldn't have this going on if it wasn't for R. Kelly. And it's like for certain people to like, oh, I'm taking him out of my catalog, or I'm not performing none of the songs that he wrote for me and all. I'm like, man, stop it. Y'all doing way too much. Yeah, they doing way too much.
Especially that John Legend. But let me tell you.
Yeah, he killed me. He one of the main ones. Like, I was like, oh my goodness. He was, to me, he was obviously jealous of R. Kelly. Like, obviously.
But let me tell you this. When I did my story, I did a story on that. I broke it all down. Like, I investigated everything.
Mm.
Do you know that when you see this shit, you probably even show it on your goddamn channel, and I wouldn't mind because I want this message to be spreaded.
Mm-hmm.
I did a story and I researched it all the way back.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that the lady who came out the next morning after the docuseries aired about R. Kelly, Kim Fox, right? She came out the very next morning. Okay, that wasn't a coincidence. She knew she was gonna do that.
Right.
Talk about my the documentary, and I just decided to bring charge. No, you didn't, bitch.
Stop it.
You knew right then that you was gonna come out that day.
Right.
She knew all the so-called victims. They got pictures. Did you know that John Legend sponsored her career? Gave a donation 3 years ago, before this docuseries and everything.
Wow. That's crazy.
And do you know that, so he already friends with Gail and Oprah.
Yeah.
And do you know that the lawyer that's in jail now, Michael Avenatti, was friends with Gail, Kennedy, and all of them 2 or 3 years ago?
Wow.
And did you know that she knew Sparkle, the prosecutor knew Sparkle, and everybody else 2 or 3 years ago?
That's crazy. It's like they've been orchestrating this shit for years now.
Absolutely. I trace all that shit back.
Yeah.
And I want your people to hear me. I trace all that shit back to the Obama, right? I traced it all back. And I was so disappointed because I was an Obama fan.
Right.
Traced it all the way back. All of them from Chicago.
Yeah.
And the judge who's presiding over the case was appointed by who?
Obama, when he was a senator or something? Wow.
All them knew each other.
That's crazy. It don't surprise me though. Like nowadays, you know, it ain't really too much to surprise me, especially when it comes to like politicians and celebrities and
setups and shit. Yeah.
It's sad. Like a lot of what's going on, and then you know, like it's crazy because a lot of the things that they do nowadays, at least they used to like try to like make it appear to be different, but now it's just so blatantly like the whole like that shit that's going on with Breonna Taylor is so blatantly disrespectful, and they just don't give a fuck. Like they obviously wrong, and they just do not give a fuck. That Daniel Cameron dude, like, man, that boy need his ass whooped. Man, that boy need that. Like, he don't even need his. He need to be. I ain't gonna wish bad on him, but
you on air. You on air.
Nah, even if I wasn't on air, I ain't gonna wish bad on him. But he ain't right. Dude ain't right.
He ain't never was right.
Yeah, that dude cold. Like, and then gonna get on. Then gonna get on TV and speak bad about.
$12 million.
Yeah.
That's an insult. You know that's an insult, right?
Yeah, the $12 million is an insult. The trying to get old boy, her ex-boyfriend is locked up, trying to offer him a deal to implicate her as a damn kingpin in the case. That's an insult. You know, the charges that they charged the one officer with was it I don't even know how you say that word, wanton endangerment or whatever. Like that's an insult. Like the whole situation is an insult.
It's a damn insult. It is. It's an insult. And see, my thing is, how you gonna be doing all that and then you had to charge one of your own? Man, look, I always said if the law is not just, how you gonna hold somebody just? You know what I mean? That's just common sense.
Right.
If the law ain't doing what it's supposed to do and they created and made these laws, how they gonna hold you responsible for breaking the law, or me or anybody else out here?
Exactly. They're not gonna do it.
You know what I mean? It's just downright diabolical, stupid, and crazy, and everything else. And this injustice fight gives me a headache. I cried over it so many times, even on my channel. It just gives me such a bad headache. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All the stuff that we're going through, from Breonna Taylor, from back when Trayvon, all the way to Bill Cosby, it's just all around the board bad.
But you know, like we built for it though, and the thing is, it just takes people with influence, whether it's big or small or whatever, you know, to just promote unity. Whether you Christian or Muslim, Blood or Crip, GD or BD, or like no matter what you is, like, you know, Republican, Democrat, you know, no matter what a motherfucker is, as long as you black, we just need to come together under that umbrella and really unify and put our dollars together. You know.
I just spoken that. I just spoken that.
Yeah, put our dollars together, you know what I mean?
You can't really do shit if you ain't got no money behind you.
Yeah, but see, when we come together, that's a lot of money. You know, us as individuals, we might not have a lot of power or money, or even certain, you know, groups and organizations that we have among us might not, you know, have a lot of money. But when we come together as one, that's a lot of money and that's a lot of power. That's really the only type of power that we can even potentially put together, or the biggest power.
That's right, because I told people, I said, you know, protesting is something that we good at, but they become so used to that now that it's not even. All it does is make awareness around the world, but it's not even doing anything. I think when we come together collectively, put our money together collectively and say, hey, we need this, and we need voices, and we need people, you can make some things happen. You know
Yeah,
what I
see,
mean? When
like,
you come together and you put some money, yeah, you can make some things happen that way.
indeed,
You gotta be a collective unit.
indeed, and see, like, speaking of insults, like this is what they do. Like, oh, we gonna take down this monument. We gonna take down this monument. We gonna rename this street and all that old type of. We gonna make this holiday and all. Like, man, we don't give a fuck about none of that.
Yeah, I say keep the shit up. Keep the
Yeah.
shit up so we can teach our kids some history. Keep
Yeah.
that shit up. Don't fucking see they trying to erase the history of shit. You know
Right.
what I mean? Because they get take it down, take it off.
But
Keep
see,
it up.
but see what they
It's still part of history.
But what they do is because they know that we're a very passionate people, right? And
Right.
and they know that you know, a lot of times, just keeping it all the way real, us as black people, we a lot of times allow ourselves to get overwhelmed emotionally. So that's what they do. They try to play on our emotions with them type of moves. Try to make us feel good by taking down a monument, or you know, renaming this, like this school, you know, named after Robert E. Lee, but we gonna rename it to this or that. We gonna give it a black name and all that. Like, you know, they try to make us feel good and forget about, you know, the trauma that's really going on, that we still, you know, dealing with the after effects of, and then, you know, not just dealing with the after effects of, but you know, it's being done all over again. So, yeah,
Right.
motherfuckers gotta you know, learn how to like not be mystified by those types of moves, you know, to get promoted in the media as if they doing some real shit and they making some real change happen when they not. You know, it's really upon us to come together, like I said, and you know, even if we just refraining from certain shit, like, you know, it's, you know, just like me in the game, right? Me just being in the game, you know, a lot of times, you know, like, it's just customary in the game for us to like, you know, luxury shit and designer shit. But it's like,
Right.
you know, when I start getting older and learning different things and just becoming wiser and more mature, it's like, why in the fuck am I wearing Gucci when it didn't take like a shirt with blackface on it to come out for me to come to this revelation, or it's not even a revelation, it's just really just a realization. But like, none of these motherfuckers like us.
Right.
You know what I mean? Even the ones that haven't been, you know, put out there, even beyond, you know, because back in the days they was on Tommy Hilfiger, you know, then they got on Ralph Lauren, you know, for being racist and things like that. But they just the ones that got exposed. That's just like Donald Sterling when it comes to the Clippers in the NBA. Like, he just the one that got exposed. But they all feel the same way.
Right.
You know, there ain't none of them no different.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, so it's,
You know what I'm saying?
and it shouldn't take something like that for us to.
There need to be in, look, and all the motherfuckers sit up there and kill and buy them damn Jordan shoes that come out and be wrapped all around the line and all
Right,
that kind of shit. The shoe only costs $15 to make, but he's selling it to your ass for $300.
right, for
You know
real.
what I'm saying? Y'all motherfuckers better start waking up. Like, shit. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? I could buy $15 shoes and put damn Jordans on them. If you gonna give me $300 for it, I take it.
yeah. See, what people don't understand is we're the ones who make that shit popular. Like,
Yeah.
we made Nikes popular. We made all the different types of alcohol that's popular right now. We made that shit popular. Like, our culture, like when it comes to black culture, especially hip hop, you know, we popularized all that shit. So just like we made all of that shit popular, we can make our own shit popular too. You know?
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
you know, people's minds just be in the wrong place when it comes to certain shit. But and then too, like, this generation, they don't know the origin of a lot of things. You know, they just jump on shit because it's popular. Like, ooh, Fendi is cool to wear right now. Okay, let me wear Fendi. Okay, Louis is cool to wear. MCM, all that shit. And they don't understand that, you know, we made that shit popular. Before us, it was
I
not.
told my daughter, I said that MCM shit, it was in the 80s.
Right.
I was at the
Right.
I was at the damn mall, and it was an MCM store at the mall.
Right.
I said, that shit was in the 80s, and that shit looked the same goddamn way it did back then. Shit.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? All they did was up the price to make you think you was getting more stuff. And then it went away for a minute, and then it came back.
Exactly. You know, and see,
That's,
we get so caught up in brand names and designer and all this, that, and the third to validate ourselves, but people don't understand. Like it's something that I've been talking about kind of often lately, and I spoke on it when I was live the other day. But you know, that E to E ratio, man, like education to entertainment ratio. You know, like again,
Right.
you know, and people watching, some of y'all done already heard me say this, but you know, E to E ratio, education to entertainment ratio. The average American, for every $1 that they spend on education, they spend 50 on entertainment. The average
Right.
black American, for every $1 that we spend on education, we spend 200 on entertainment. That's crazy.
yeah.
And see, it take a real motherfucker to look at themselves and hold themselves accountable and be like, you know what, I'm part of that statistic. You know?
Yeah.
And you know, it take an even realer motherfucker to turn it around and change that shit.
Yeah, and look, and I told one of my girlfriends, like, she loves to wear the hair weave. I personally don't wear that, but she wears it.
Right.
I said, that's $1 billion a year industry because of you
Right.
guys.
Right.
I said, when you go to them damn hair salons, or not the hair salons where they sell them at, what you call those?
The beauty supply.
Yes, beauty supply. You go to the damn beauty supply, they make sure you don't see where they getting that shit from. You can see them boxes that be
Yeah.
coming in there.
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers they make sure it's no name on them bitches. You are not gonna know where they connect at.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? You are not gonna know. Because we're already in competition with the nails. They know that once we find out where they connect at, it's over for their asses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the one thing about us, we gonna get them damn hair did. We
Yeah.
gonna get our nails did.
Yeah.
The men gonna keep the waves.
Yep.
You make you dizzy.
Yep.
Keep on in the ocean.
Indeed.
You know, baby, get the business. You're gonna need a motion pill on this one. This is gonna take you for a ride.
Indeed.
Let's do it. For a damn ride, girl. Anyway, look, it's good talking to you.
Indeed.
Make sure you hear me. Okay, I'm glad. I subscribe. I'll hit the notification bell. Make sure you do the same.
Yeah, I got you too. I'm gonna do the same thing.
All right, just spitting fire, y'all. Take care. Thank y'all. Thank you for welcoming.
All right, you're welcome. I appreciate you tapping in. I'll talk to you in a minute.
All right.
All right.
All right, I'll call back. All right then, bro.
All right. Later. That was all right. We touched on a whole lot of shit. But hold on a second. We about to take a commercial break. And Pivot will be back after these messages. And when I get back, I'm going to shout out to people that made donations too, because I appreciate y'all. All right. Oh shit, hold on. Okay, we back at it. You dig? Yeah, man, I got a few shout outs. Cushion Hennessy once again. Good looking out with the $2 hollers. I think you done gave 2 of them since the last time I shouted you out. Good looking. Elena, as always, good looking with the $20 holler on Cash App. Bill, my brother Bill, good looking out with the $2 holler on Cash App. Aaron Cartwright, good looking out with the $15 holler on Cash App. And Spitting Fire, good looking out with the $20 holler on Cash App. And y'all go ahead and check out Spitting Fire's channel. You know, based on the way she was chopping it up on here with me just now. So shit, we was damn near on the phone for an hour having a great conversation. So I already know she got some good content over there. You know what I mean? It's probably a little bit controversial, but me, I don't give a fuck. You know, I fucks with the controversial. So yeah, man, y'all go ahead and check out Spitting Fire, man. But yeah, shit, man, we been live almost 3.5 hours, man. You know, y'all probably can see it in my motherfucking face. The pimp tired as a motherfucker, man. And as much as I love staying up, chopping it and popping it with y'all, shit, I got a long day ahead of me, man. I got things I got to do, business I got to tend to, so on and so forth. But as always, y'all already know I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me this morning, early in the morning, you know, with the rise and grind. I appreciate all of y'all for your likes and your shares and your comments and your subscriptions and hitting the bell when you subscribe. I appreciate the super chats. I appreciate the cash apps. I appreciate your support in every which way that you come with it. You dig, and y'all already know, man. We're going to do this again much sooner than later. Y'all have a blessed day. If you out moving around in traffic, please do so in a safe fashion. And y'all already know, man, I can't get up out of here without doing this. I wouldn't be Freeze if I ain't do this before I go, you know what I mean? Who was gonna let me get up out of here without putting some love in my body, man? I thought y'all fucked with Freeze, man. Y'all don't fuck with Freeze. Let me read the comments. Who said, Freeze, put some love in before you go? Let me see. It's 105 of y'all in here, man, and y'all wasn't gonna remind Freeze to put the love in? Man, I feel like Snoop when he was on stage in New York. You know what I mean? Y'all ain't got love for Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg? But let it be known that y'all ain't got love for Freeze and the love. Let it be known then. I'm fucking with y'all. You know I love y'all. I love this shit too. This shit love me back. Just like it's gonna love you back. You dig? But yeah, man. Cheers to happiness, health, and wealth. Toast to the game and all that good shit. Yeah, man. Go ahead and put some love in your body, man. Some of that good old love juice, you dig? But yeah, man, I'm up out of here, man. Y'all be safe. Have a blessed day, blessed weekend, and all that, man. I'll tap in with y'all in